basically met 92% of our goals for everything we wanted and dreamed at level 1 when we first discussed what we wanted to do for this campaign idea. Shio still wants to become an official god and have a planet, and I'm sure Seg wants to see something cool happen with Atrax. Now that he's out here. Good job on that, by the way. What other goals? Because at this point we're beyond 20. You know what I mean? We're in those epic areas. Everything is just going to be ridiculous. Everything's just going to be really hard. But it's a mind game. It's not so much what your stats have, because I can easily match that when I put 12, D12s out there. So for the context of claim, excitement and general ooze and desire, what key elements do you want to look forward to next? Because you guys wanted 20. You got a lot more than that already going for you. So what's that next horizon you guys would probably be looking at, if not restarting the campaign? What have you? Give me your thoughts. I mean, I have plenty of stuff to give you. I just don't want to leave you guys in a limbo of, well, it's been fun here and we haven't had the chance to try to wrap anything either, if necessary.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do like a actual run through the school as level 20. Like, yeah, we're second years. We're gonna.
I mean, if you want to revisit, I'm
test.
totally down. I'm totally down with doing the proper run throughs. That'd be fucking fun. You guys are just like the big kids. Yeah, that'd be cool. We go back and we tell the story. You guys are like, oh yeah. Last year was a crazy one.
I kind of enjoy the world we saved. Like,
I dig it. Okay, I kind of dig that. Okay, actual back to class. That's what we could call it. I dig that. Okay. Anything but beyond that, like, okay, obviously you go to get your official graduate, you do officially graduate. Seg is there just as like that jock who couldn't leave because he had no other offers.
So he's just there. I'm the head of security.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Head of security who still takes classes to make sure that security in the classroom is tight, like,
yeah.
In my experience, to be fair, the classrooms have the least amount of security ever. We often end up bloodied in the classrooms alone.
Hey, that's by design.
That's fair, yeah.
But no, that'd be for sure cool. I dig that idea. What else?
I was thinking we could like get kitted out too, because like basically a lot of our like armor and weapons, like only Seg really has upgraded weapons. So I was thinking we could try to like get full suit of armor or like cloaks or something that doesn't encumber us, but like represents that we're level 20, because I'm currently wearing leather armor.
Got it. I get what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. In all senses, you guys, but see, that's another great thing. Think of it this way, dude. You played a game in leather armor and made it this far.
Yeah, I think she should get a little credit for only wearing leather armor.
That's a challenge I would accept in Diablo or something stupid,
we're not even talking about the fact that Hector is literally just an iron sword.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you guys have had the power with literally very little reward is showing your guys' own ingenuity has clearly led the gameplay, and that's something obvious. I don't give out items often. I actually do a lot of creative things, but most of the stuff I make for you guys are just gimmick things or really useless because you guys don't know what to do with them. So there's that, and you do well with what it is you have. So absolutely, I totally agree with that. You guys can absolutely get kitted out. And yeah, okay, I like that thought. Brainstorm some more real quick. I'm also going to say goodnight to my kid, but these things matter because this is going to be the next chapter I'm going to start putting together. So give me a quick moment.
Yeah.
I think he's still listening.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping to harass Ashlots into giving me my full level 20 cleric instead of being stuck at level 19. And I would love to get the last 2 levels of Lich too, because I'm at level 2, and level 3 and 4 are where shit gets real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Raven, I mean, or what is it called? The Raven Elite, I think is what that gun is called. It's got like 3 different firing modes, but Seg apparently doesn't know how to use it, so I'm wondering if maybe he could research that or get the lab to help him figure that out or something. Because
Sorry, you could ask Shio, because he could just look at the gun and perfectly understand it.
ooh, oh yeah, it's stuck in low power mode right now, but it has like this sniper mode that doubles its damage, and a railgun mode, which I don't even remember.
I mean, yeah, I could use the crown. We might need to do a long rest, though. I think I've used quite a bit of its power in this area, which is pretty rare. I rarely ever go all the way to 0 on my abilities.
Oh well, I think we were just gonna explore this and move on anyhow, right?
Yeah, we accomplished the Raven's task, so we should, one, search that prison area just so we get a layout for it for when we eventually come back to it. We could, after that, we can move across the battlefields and upgrade the ship a little, because we're going to need that, I think. And,
Yeah.
like, recruit people. I'm going to be right back if anyone else is listening. I have to grab my dinner.
Did anyone ping our porn star? Because that guy.
Haven't yet, but
Damn, some pirate brother. Fuck.
here, let me do that.
Shady. Is this still on his call?
Oh, yeah, he hasn't come back yet.
That's fine. We played a lot yesterday. Dude, it was crazy yesterday. 2 ancient dragons, a Dalkir. Well, they fought the Dalkir last session and they brought it down really low. And then like they all ran away except one dude, and then he soloed it by luck. But it was pretty scary for a brief moment. But that was just an avatar of the Dalkir. So they just got a glimpse of what the Dalkir can whip out. And they were like, nope. And then 2 ancient dragons just walk up on them using the battlefield rules. Technically it was 1, but it had never been introduced there. So then it split into 2. Oh, they were not ready for that. Was totally warned in advance though. So he had mental prepping like probably an hour. But it was great. It was really good. They loved it.
That I was gonna say that sounds like some us levels of not being ready for what you're fucking with.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were going to look for a body, and instead they found Iz. They brought Iz in, and Iz is like, "We should go, we should go, we should go." And they were like, "Well, let's talk. It's been a while. I haven't seen you, buddy." Which he's a patron to one of the players, and he's
Right.
like, "Yes, but we should reposition ourselves to not be next to that coffin." Why? What's in there? And then there's 2 kobolds. I think you guys should know the story that when Iz went to Edia, he split his soul, fractured into 9 different kobolds, and they're called the Cursed Nine.
Yeah,
And
brothers.
that, yeah. So No and Cobalt were there also. So Iz was like, "Oh, hey, myself," and then No was being the nerdy version, and then Cobalt was the version you guys never see in Iz, which is the thrill to kill character. So he's like stabs everything and whatnot. So it was a lot of fun to have, etc., vice versa going.
Nice. Did you want us to go over our ideas with you?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do until we get something going. It's gonna be a
Okay.
minute, and I'm sure we can all just get along. So I'm not in any immediate rush. We're gonna see if Whip's going on. Our Whip's at 10 minutes late. He's over 10 minutes late, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got some ideas.
I just DM'd Wet too. To be honest, before he kind of, and I understand we were getting to the end of the session and we needed to move past that real quick, but I was kind of hoping to harass or bargain with Aslerots for getting my full level 20 cleric, because technically I'm a level 19 cleric.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, so you want to try to barter a deal? Because you kept your end. You got him out.
Yeah, I got him out.
And now you
that
want
he's-
to try to see if you can leverage anything against a god killer.
Well, kind of. More just that if you really expect me to follow in your footsteps, and honestly, as recompense for bringing you back into the material plane, I kind of expect you to give me that last bit of power I need.
Oof, do you already
become
see where
God
this is
grade
going?
myself.
I mean, I can already see the entire picture. I already know what the quest is. I know what the problem is, and I know who has to watch it'll happen. It's gonna be great. Yeah, that'll happen. We'll get to that today for sure.
Hell yeah. And then just
What
like
up,
kind of a
dude?
back burner
Go ahead.
thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
What up?
I've been rereading the Daylich paperwork, and I would really love to grind out the last 2 levels of Daylich.
No. You guys weren't supposed to get this far. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, abs no. You know, that would be a great project actually with the two of you. And since you guys are in the Inkling thing, what we could do, because you guys have played as these fake ass day lynches, because really there's nothing officially ever in existence but us with them. We should ham it out and make it official, like a really clean version. You guys let me know what feels great, what's fun. You guys are the players, not me. I've never played them. I just think of awesome things and put them down on paper. So, you know, that'd be awesome. So let's definitely do that and then apply it and play test them. And then as you guys are playing and trying them out, you'd be like, let's tweak it, you know, like, so you guys will actively, and that's the cool thing, because it's a day lynch and Dale Kears are about madness and constant evolving and constantly change. This makes sense that your guys' kits are constantly going through different effects as we're modifying them to make them the perfect character possible.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I'm hyped.
What, you came at the great time. You got a reward. Jeez, what a lucky son of a bitch. You come in late and there's a cookie.
Oh, I gotta do this more often.
But yeah, so
Is
do you
it a
agree to that,
raisin
Web?
cookie?
That means you have. I know those are really good though. Oatmeal raisins, not bad, guys. Web, you did you say razor? I don't know. I'm thinking that you said something
Raisin.
else. Okay, you said raisin. I was just making sure I was right. Okay, I was like thinking
Yeah,
about it. I
no.
was like, man, maybe he
Wait,
meant
now I'm
something
distracted.
different. Yeah, like hold
Yeah,
on, what
Shio
did
just-
he really mean? Because you were so quiet, you didn't agree with me. I was like, well, fuck, he didn't say raisin. Okay,
That was weird. Yeah,
I was afraid for a second there.
Web just bites into a muffin that Shio gives him, or a cookie, and it's just filled with razor blades.
Yeah.
Joke's
What?
on you. It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's just a Phyrexian cookie.
But what, you agree to that? Teamwork on that?
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Just to let me know when.
Yeah, like as of now, like start fucking working on it. Like in your head, figure that shit out. Okay, thank you. It's not about when, it's about now you agree and now it begins. So every second of every day, if it's not thinking while you're on the toilet, you better be getting the fucking blowjob. I don't know. Something has
Fucking
to be more
responsibility,
distracting.
you got it.
There we go. Bam. See, that's what I expect of it. See, thank you. We got somewhere. I actually just did my first audio recording for the IT team because it's way too hard for me to type to them because they respond to me like once every 38 hours. So I've got like 100 messages to them, and then they got like, oh, this is a good idea to me. And I'm like, fuck.
Please elaborate.
Yeah, well, for real. You know, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying. So then I did an audio, and it's like 20 minutes. It was the first one while I was driving to pick up my kid. I call one of them out that they do know who themselves were. And I was like, don't be a dumbass. Because I told one of them to log into their account, and they were like, it's not working. I was like, I swear to fucking God, you better be right. I tested this all night. I went to bed at 3 a.m. making sure this shit would work. And he did not get off the create account page to log in. He kept trying to log in on the create account page. I was like, I swear to fucking God, bro. Do you read? You're my IT, and this is what I'm experiencing on day
This is
one
my
of the
specialty,
job.
man.
Like, we got a problem. This is going to be a bit more of a project than I thought. So
Send it to me in numbers.
I was like, are you looking at what you sent me? Can you look at the screenshot? Like, read it to me. Like, they're like, yeah, it says there's already an account with this. Like, well, what are you on? Do you not? Like, oh, it drove me nuts. Anyways.
It says cannot connect to network.
So, you know, I was like, don't be a dumbass. You know, I didn't call out their name, but I was like, don't be a dumbass. You know, and then they were like, and then
Stop
they messaged
fucking
me
with
like, I'm
me.
a dumbass. They called me out. I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna release those publicly later. I think like after a month, just so you guys know what goes through the creation of all this great content. What you missed is on an important government call. He's on a tapped line as he's selling them all the fake recipes for all of our Phyrexian robots. They heard that you guys have been at it, and they're like, we want the plans. They also want
Those
your
are
ship plans that you
trademark.
guys haven't built yet. So is handling it. Meanwhile, we were
Patent pending,
discussing.
or
Yeah, everything. You got it. That's the goal. You just mail it to ourselves. We don't have to pen anything. It'll just be there. Sealed forever. But nonetheless, what you missed out is that we were discussing the New Horizon. we reached 80 and 80. I say generously 87 and 92% of our goals since we first planned this campaign at level 0 before you guys first stepped foot into campus. And Shio came up with a great idea of saying he would love to go back to class at level 20 and finish out the last 2 school years and just be level 20 and deal with the new problems that you face just being students at like kind of talking up like living up a year after all the problems have been solved, and now you're like, let's just get this shit done. And see what happens. And then
If I may elaborate on that, I also love the idea of just knowing what they want to teach us, having written the book.
Yeah, right. That'd be cool. Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Why
like,
are we even in class anymore?
Yeah. But like there's many reasons I can put you guys in the scene, that we can always naturally fit. So I thought it was a great idea that Shio brought up. He also mentioned to get kitted out because he's still in garbs. He's a poor little boy that's supposedly a god, and he'd really like a Hercules outfit. So
I have so much money, so much.
So yeah, we'll definitely do we'll discuss, full kits, how cool you guys look, what, if it has any special significance, and, we'll make sure you put your investments where they go. But beyond that, the biggest question was, what is your goal now? I can make up content forever, but I don't want to keep you in a limbo of uber power in case you wanted to start over or do something new or, do a Jacqueline Hyde. I don't know. You tell me what your goal is and what you would like to see.
Ooh, got me on the spot here.
Mm-hmm.
I have another idea if Wep wants some time.
Yeah, go Shio. Let me think about this.
So I was thinking, on our way through the battlefields, we could find stuff to make our ships too, because I think we have 2 other ship designs, and Shio kind of wants his battleship.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want my real for real ancient tech pirate ship.
Okay. Easy enough.
Yo, pulling up on the 4 with a full battle fleet.
Have you guys
100 fucking cannonball?
How familiar, and I don't mean familiar in the sense of like, oh yeah, we've played it before. I mean how dead serious familiar. Oh my god, I was like, I put the camera on, I'm like, why is it just forehead? Holy shit. But my mic's right here. That scared me. I was like, what happened? Like, goddamn, it didn't happen to me too. My question is how many of you guys understand the elaborative aspect of the game Risk? Not the concept of the game, but how elaborate it is in the sense of the strategic deployment of an overland map. And
I played that shit a lot when I was little.
I love Risk.
And Warhammer? Who's played Warhammer? Come on, guys.
Yeah, okay, very similar. Yes, exactly. But now that's where
I'm pretty sure is Warhammer. But
he mentioned it before.
Highly recommend. Great game, guys. Great game.
That's what he based his Celestial Orrery off of, is Warhammer. The Necrons have a place where they can detonate any star in the galaxy at any time.
That's basically
I'm more of a undead pirate faction, but I'm sure whatever. You can
and then I had a guy in my other game. He played an orc, and we let him have that orc belief thing. So he got hit a +1 to all of his stuff based off of every player that was around him that just looked at him. They just had to look at him and be like, "We're good." But if they ever had doubt, he'd get -2s for every single one that was nearby. So it was really cool. It was really cool balance, and his name was Goblin Killer. Basically, they'd kill every goblin and then plant it ahead or make it fall in front of him, so he'd always feel like he killed him just with his presence. It was a full fucking sheen of disbelief. They had him go in, he ran into a tower that had 60 goblins just firing at him, but he was in a rage, and he got there, and then the team timed their fireballs to go off so that they didn't see it, and when he walks in, the whole tower fucking erupts, and there's just goblins falling dead upon him, just raining down, and he's like, "I did it!" And to this day, Goblin Cleaver thinks
this was all me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's his whole character was based on belief, and all the players played Magic users just to feed into it. It was super cool. Great story, and that guy's still out there, Goblin Cleaver. He's hit a couple adventures outside of it since. But yeah, a lot of his players died. But I think you can imagine belief only goes. So, asking about Risk and what have you. I am intrigued on opening the idea of for the community voting on the enemy movements in a blind pool. They kind of vote, I do descriptives of what's happening in the world beyond. And they don't. No one really like. You guys are the only ones that actually understand that there's a battlefields. That this is the next level of the entire universe of everything that we've been putting together. It's been mentioned across every time a campaign brings something that's new, I leak it into every other group, but it doesn't become prominent to them ever. But someone has a handout or someone has it somewhere written down. So with that, I know using them as voters, just voting for randomosity, not knowing what's happening, will really keep it out of my strategically unpurposeful tactical advantage, which will be fun for you guys to be actually battling against the community as a whole. Basically, all the problems that people feel put out there, you guys are facing on an overhead map. When you guys eventually get these ships, etc., and you end up having these fleets, etc., that's on a weekly play-by-post through the Discord with cool images and graphics and fun things that we'll throw in there. And then during session, we could do like hard battles or things that are important when they come up, in that kind of manner, with this kind of map changing with territorial understandings and what have you, faction-based. If you're interested in doing something like that, also.
That sounds fucking rad, actually.
But it would require you guys to help
Kinda
manage
like
it. That's my thing.
Oh, no,
I can give you the tools, but you guys got to be able to like know your numbers and deploy your peoples. Like I'll give you all that, but if you want me to be able to keep it all tracked, I could, but then that's not fair. So.
Oh yeah, I don't mind keeping track of my stuff.
Right. So I'll make the tool
for that.
I can teach you. I'll make you tools that make it very easy to manage. About what have you. How with the VPS lately. So we'll do that, and then. For your Horizon goals, what you got?
More Lich stuff, definitely. Okay. We want to be the 2 only day Lich.
Wait, yeah, I mean, interesting. What are you trying to say about your third?
Don't talk bad about Tasari. She'll meld out of the shadows and murder you.
Tasari's already
no, but
necro lich type shit.
Yeah,
she
they're
ate
already so
2,000 fucking souls.
They are beyond. That's why they're gone. They're just bam.
Yeah, no, it has got to be canon that Tasari is just fucked off to go do her own thing and is probably twice as powerful as either of us already.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. No, yeah, you guys are super fucked. But yeah, day lich stuff. I dig it. Yeah, we can build out more core. Here's something I can tell you guys as a full meta. This is something I guess that's good for you guys to know, since you guys are literally the most experienced players in the entire universe at this time, in the entire community. No one has ever put in the... Why is it every time I have a session with you guys, there's fucking ambulance? Seriously, they know you guys are up to problems. The whole world's already melting. You guys
the
fire over
ripples
here.
of our presence cause so many disasters.
For real, they don't know where to go. They have never found me. I'm sitting right here. They're so close.
Oh, also, I still got that worm that hasn't evolved yet. That I found in the Mimic.
Is it the one that's from Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's 3 of them now. Gotta keep checking yours.
Dude, wait, and honestly, just to mention the menagerie, don't you have a space kraken? We could add that to our fleet.
No, yeah, I have like a whole bunch of fucking
that's
animals,
just all
but this
down
one
there.
hasn't evolved yet.
Yeah.
Like we have the baby turkey too, like still too, but the turkey's still a turkey, you know?
Yeah.
Well, but if we established when we put the space kraken in there that it could grow and feed in there in Shio's domain.
Killamar is for sure the mascot of the ship.
Oh, dude, when he hits the battlefields, oh man.
I mean, he's got to be almost ready by now, right? I mean, it's been what, a couple of months, and time moves a bit faster in there.
Have to ask Shio on that.
It moves however fast I want it to. It's the one place I'm omnipotent.
That's enough to be a hindrance for us.
Cool. Let's just wait till he's at least 1,000 years old in the next 5 minutes, and let's throw him at the enemy. Jokes, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna work on a full Killamari build up. Also, so we can build those whole I think you guys, the day liches, I think have them, those little customized skill sheets. So moving forward with the whole risk thing, each of you guys will have a specialization of your own, and then there's an entire party skill sheet that you guys have to just work together on and stat out. That's gonna be your guys' balance beam, or we'll really call it a teeter-totter, because depending on how you stack it, will depend on what's against you, and that is going to be very known. So it's kind of like you guys controlling how you play, but at the same time, you're gaining something with it. Imagine like the Halo Halo bonuses. You know what I mean? Like it added fun flavor, but then it hurt you also if you wanted it to. So
Yeah, no,
Parlay.
absolutely.
And then Killamari will have a similar
Parlay.
thing. So what we'll do with you two, Wep, is I'm off tomorrow, so I'll go over an extensive list of your entire menagerie and I'll give it to you. And then you give me like, I'll look at how much you got. You have a bunch, but I'll go through and see what you actually have, and I'll give you a fair VIP number. And those are the ones you can promote to be like, boom, full on, statted out. These ones are going to be usable and understood in every way. The rest are going to be more like supportive numbers to the whole. And then add bonus features like you get poison benefits or you have immunity across all creatures, for whatever it is the other creatures bring in.
Cool. Menagerie units. Cool.
Yeah. You ever play Impossible Creatures?
Of course. Oh my god,
Okay.
I missed that game.
That's where I'm going. You know what? I can mod it and we can that'd be sick. What if I mod it where you can make your own kind of, that'd be sick. Okay, we're gonna
But
talk
how?
about it.
But I would just be mixing two with what I've had. Like, how would I do that?
It's very moddable back then because I have all the ants mods and all that stuff. So I can mod in these creatures, these D&D creatures with their stats and their body parts, and then you can create your version.
Sounds bueno.
That'd be fucking sick. That'd be dope. Like bringing back. Oh, that was beast.
Because we had that like Minotaur bull like cat thing. That'd be really cool to make.
That'd be sick. Yeah, you know what? That'd be fun to do. That's something we can mess around with.
I still have the game on Steam, so I already have the game.
Dude. Let's do it. Let's do it. I own the actual CD. That was the very fun fact.
I used to have it on the CD back when I had my own. That's on the dial-up.
Was the very first game I ever bought myself as a kid. I was so excited to play a game for the PC that I built when I was 12.
And it was totally unheard of too.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like this. I saw a lobster tiger on the fucking cover, and it said "Impossible Creatures."
Wolverine shark. That's what it was, man.
Like I was like, this is it. And then
Wolverine
I
shark.
missed it when I was at school, so then they took it to the post office, and I had to go to the post office to get it. And luckily, my name is the same last name as my mom, so they gave it to me. And I walked home like with it in my hand. I was like, oh my god, I have it. And then I had no computer speakers. I played this game in and out for a year, never hearing a single sound.
I actually didn't even know it had sound. I didn't have speakers either.
It was such an old game. It was like in the 90s. And then I finally put speakers in. Oh my god, everything changed. It was the best.
Yeah, so the tiger lobster on the front. I was like, what?
The coolest fucking game ever, guys. If you never played it, it's the best $5 you could probably spend. I think it's like $5 or $12.
For real. For real.
I'll play with you. Multiplayer is the best. So
if you've ever played like StarCraft or anything like that, it's like that, but you make your own fucking units,
yeah, basically. And then you even know the cost, like it's against you. It's a perfect stack, so that'd be super fun. I'm down. We'll mod the fuck out of it. That's what I like to think of. See, bam, Impossible Creatures, back at it. Love that shit.
Back at it.
We'll make number 2. Fuck, man, they promised us, and then the company failed. And
they did make number 2. I thought that was the last one. Was number 2?
No, it was all fake.
Tiger.
No, it was all fake. It was expansions that modders made. It was really good expansions.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was quality content. Like, the dev kit is huge. So, sorry, guys. Anyways, nerding out.
I'm telling you, it was all about the Wolverine shark. I mean, the orcas, the Wolverine orcas.
Orcas, the frenzy, yeah, for sure. And the healing and then the stoner. Ugh, so crazy, guys. So, we're going to do some awesome stuff with that. Menagerie is a huge part. We're going to bring that on a focus frame for all of you guys and all of your collections that you've hugged, wrestled, and cuddled with. Web, you keep saying yes and supporting everyone's ideas. What's one core thing you want on the horizon?
Didn't I just say 2?
I mean, sorry, Seg.
Wait, I gave you my core things, didn't I?
Well, you said you wanted a barter.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like,
but that's like one thing. That's all you want.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll make
like that. That's an immediate conversation.
So,
you know what I mean? Like, what's your goal on the horizon?
Well, the most immediate goal is, like I said, to get level 20 in cleric from Aslot.
So that's
and then I imagine that's going to be kind of a mini quest in and of itself. So during the process of that quest, I would like to get the materials together to build that ancient tech pirate ship.
Yep, got that found already.
And
level
then
20
also
cleric would be
eat
awesome
souls.
for you. Because now
Fucking-
you're a day lich cleric, you know? You're fucking all
Yeah.
necro.
Oh yeah. Well, and it would, I imagine, make me a level 20 cleric of him. So
Mhm.
I'm sure
Since
that would
your
come with its
healing is
own
now
side
necro,
effects
can
and
you use your
ruins.
healing as a weapon?
I don't know. I don't know what happens to my healing spells because technically, as undead, healing spells are supposed to damage us. Now that we're full blown liches,
But you're
I
immune.
thought that, yeah, necrotic,
yeah,
I
but we're
thought.
immune. But then,
So-
but then we heal from necrotic damage. which is
Exactly.
interesting.
You would heal.
But if you use it on other people now, it's a weapon, right?
Yeah, technically, you couldn't
Yeah.
heal your allies because it'd be
You'd
necrotic.
necro them, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Like
God
you
we
heal
have
things, you just heal them in the opposite way.
So think of your
You will-
strongest
That
healing
works,
spell,
though.
and that
I
is now a
never-
weapon, bro.
I never really did a whole lot of healing. I was definitely a combat cleric.
Yeah, you were like the worst.
You're a combat cleric now.
You were an
But yeah.
unconscious
Your
cleric. That's
strongest
going to be
heal,
the
and
truth.
now
You were
it's
an
gonna
unconscious
put you-
cleric, and then when you woke up, you were a pirate, and then you forgot you were a cleric.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Definitely, just to put it real concisely, the top 4 is level 20 cleric, harvest
Ancient
some
tech
souls for the level up, ancient tech
Souls.
ship, and I'd like to, hopefully, as part of the reward from the Raven, figure out how to use that sniper rifle that's stuck in low power mode right now.
Gotcha. You know, he actually hit me back up.
The Raven or the gunslinger, dude?
Gunslinger.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he might
Did
be
you tell him I
available
got
soon.
cards and I fucked up?
He actually was like, I guess he had some medical leave and stuff going on, but he's like, yo, he goes, I'm almost back to being ready to play. He goes, what's happened? I was like, well, man, you sure missed a lot.
So he came into the room on fire, and he left for a little bit, and then he comes back to the room just exploded. Like it's worse
That.
somehow.
Just
Dude,
yeah.
he
it's
used
like-
those cards, and I was like, oh, I know what these do. Let me do that. And then just fucked everything.
Yeah, but you know who also has those cards is Bernie. And the only way Bernie can die is by those cards. He is literally invincible. He ate a golden goose egg on a D100 chance, rolling 100.
Damn.
And that's what a golden goose egg does. It makes you invincible. It makes you literally immune to death. You cannot die. However, his twist
So
because
only the death card can kill him.
oh yeah, only from the deck of many things, which he just got and has already pulled 7 cards from. And instead of him pulling anything that can harm him, it has only made him 4 acquaintances in the past, and now ultimately have it out for him in hate. So he has 4
But can't do
arch
anything about
enemies. Yeah, he doesn't know who they are until they give him the first visit.
But they can't do anything about it anyway.
No. So he's like, but he's not the one. Like everyone's egging him on to pull the card. So he's like, fine. You know, he's a kid in the character. He's only like a 14-year-old. So everyone's like, do it, dude. We gotta check out these cards. They're cool. So he's faded, but he knows he can't die. So he's like, this is the only way I can die. And he's like, the DM gave me the only tool, and none of the players know he's invincible. Like it's been a secret harbored since the beginning.
Oh,
Since
who's
it
that?
happened.
Bernie?
That's Bernie. Yeah,
Yeah.
and in it played well because when Shio met him, Shio was like, "I'm taking sketches of him," and then I had already introduced Stranger Ted, which is a comic book from the future that literally almost tells Bernie's entire life, which has already been proven. But yet, how could it already exist? But then Shio and you guys exist in the future, and because Shio's an artist, I made up that Shio's one of the authors of Ranger Ted, and when he released them, they leaked across Edia, and that's how they found him. But really, it is based off of Bernie because that's who you met Shio when it all came to be.
So funny, peer pressure him. Come on, do it. Don't you want to be cool? I want to be cool.
So the curse, though, of Ranger Ted is that everyone around Ranger Ted dies. Every comic, every episode ends with Ranger Ted being the only survivor. He always gets through it, and it's always close. He always looks like he's going to die next, but it's never explained
Ted
why.
pushes his friend in front of the enemy
And
and runs.
so Ranger Ted knows he'll always go alone. So when I took him secret last night, I told him if everything goes in my favor and I wipe the team, you have a chance to also wipe with them. Bernie will live on, but you can walk away from the character because he would have been stuck in a limbo also, you know? And he was like, okay, I'm going to think about that and see where it goes. And then they totally
Word, can't kill them to trap them type shit.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, we had plans, you know, but like that's who Ranger Ted is in the world of Bernie. And it's been proven by Chase Ventura. It was literally,
Bruh.
yeah, it's the best. You should meet these guys. And then Chase Ventura is the top investigator who was following a child reporting
I'm gonna catch
he
that
has
stream
to be
next week.
registered. It's
I'm
so good.
gonna catch that stream.
Well, he's not in there right now. Chase Ventura is off doing the actual report, but I'll drop you when to start because it's so good. It was committed. It was pretty good. But we don't know when he'll pop back. They rotate their characters very often if they don't die to fit the storyline. They're very very RP dedicated. Went back to last night, and the only character he knew was Bernie. Like everyone else has died. There's been like 7 deaths, 4 retirements.
Still patron, right?
Yeah.
That was good. Then.
So, with all that in mind, guys, that's where you guys stand on a power level of understanding. I don't know if you heard anything during your conversation.
No, I was out.
But we were discussing our next Horizon goals. You know, you guys have hit a bunch of stuff. Almost 92% of all of you guys' streams since we talked at level 1. Shio wants to go back to class and do the last 2 years at level 20 as these badasses and just living a normal year after everything recovers. While we do an overhead risk level battlefields through the community, like a play-by-post weekly, throughout the day, what have you. And I do polls that the community votes on the enemy movements at random based off of descriptors of the world happening.
Oh God! If it's gonna be like Reddit, we're gonna die.
No, it's gonna be in our community. It's gonna be within our Discord.
After living on the edge for so long, a normal day of class will sound like a trap to him. He's just gonna start killing students.
Oh God, they're trying to kill me! Someone's in an army of hamsters.
Get me!
We'll find a balance. It could be episodic, but yeah. So then also we discussed kitting you guys out because some of you guys have been wearing tunics. Clarifying the rest of the day lich's classes. Seg wants to get level 20 cleric. Wormy wants to get an upgrade. Killamari is going to have to hit 1,000 years and then come out in 5 minutes. We're going to do an impossible creature's ideal goal for configuration for Web's Menagerie creations with all of the things you guys are able to do with them. And then is on the horizon, what would be cool for your goals or in general for the campaign?
Let me think on that. I'll have to hit you back up.
Okay, but that is the question, and we will see what you do. With that, we will pick up where you left off in a brief sense.
How about Isri learns dragon?
Draconic?
I could teach you.
I actually have a cool. I do have a horizon. I'll tell you later, though.
Okay.
It was like, actually, I don't even miss it. So
it was funny because we brought that up yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Read this.
Yeah, like it was a draconic text, and they all looked to him, and he couldn't read
it. Can his patron not read it? Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny.
It was great. So.
You're the most useless patron.
Actually, can everyone Is open up with an insight check?
An insight? You know how that goes for me.
Wait, everyone but
you don't
is?
roll.
Or...
Everyone but is.
Oh. Hey, come on, Iz. You don't need a roll. We know you're going to fail. Oh.
I'll just keep you in the corner.
Why? Is that one of the things you're proficient in?
Oh, God, yes.
I need you to give me a perception check.
Damn, Markers.
You walk into the room in which you find your belongings, your setup. You look around and you see a gift. You scurry to it because you love gifts, and you know this gift is from your shelf because you were the only person who gives yourself gifts because no one else knows what to give to you.
I'm so nice to me.
I have hundreds of little tiny outfits to say otherwise.
Shio. Yeah, well, those aren't
gifts.
Those are
the wardrobe.
Shio and Seg, you see Iz run up to a box that is obviously of his own, and is, as we discussed, you look at it and you're like, "Ooh, I left myself this. Ooh, I should probably see what it says before I do my own ideas. Yes, that is right, I think." And then as you pull it out and you start reading it, Seg and Shio, you both notice that Iz seems to be overly interested in his own things that he should already be aware of. At least to what should be in the box of his own box. That's his box. but he's looking at it as if it's the first time. As he's reading a note that is in his own writing, and he's saying, I told myself that. As you come over his shoulder, you hear him referring to himself. Is what you have in front of you at this time is a gift. This gift is a formal letter informing you of the galaxy box that is completed.
Oh,
It's
nice.
not completed in the way that you want it to be, but it could get you to reach certain locales in the future of travel. Wep, we will pray that this is just enough not to break the toaster, but we will see if the toaster dies.
Oh, is it gonna be 3D?
Oh, it's loaded.
Get the
Yeah,
fire
I hope you're talking
extinguisher,
about
bro.
Shio. I got a new PC now, boys.
Oh,
Oh, not
so make one
bad.
of our computers.
Oh my god, I'm in the
The
stars,
fans aren't
guys.
even on.
Is it working?
I'm in
It's
the
working
fine.
stars,
Working.
guys.
All right, look at that. Don't get too crazy, Sag.
Jesus.
Just zoom slowly. I don't know, but everyone else enjoy. You have recreated is the 3D space briefly in short periods,
What is
short
this
increments.
floating COVID over here?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
We're gonna get to that. Is you read the note further and you see that this is the current life. We'll call them planets, for lack of a proper term. Locations that you have discovered during your studies.
Nice.
You see that it lights up just briefly and it still seems yet so dark. The purposing in the note states that it's still working out. It's imaging.
I really
However,
am good at this magic thing.
you do see that 5 locations have been identified, each in their own unique scenario stasis. The immediate notes state that the lowest one seems to be frozen with that perpetual glowing shade of gradient blue hues. The one next to it that is across any way of electric coverage that has odd masses around it with odd grooves through it seems to be shielded. He has not been able to probe either of those locations in any way, getting any data whatsoever. The one with the crazy opposite, non-perpendicular smog axis around it, and also going against itself, is the void. His has extensive notes on it. It has met some Slaw-D that have agreed to help him learn more. For whatever reason, the Slaw-D have not tried to take advantage of his. Yet no one else has approved any of this proof. Then you have 2 locational planets that are rotating of their own. There is no condition in which that hinders them. One of them is noted down as AXO-1. That's AXO.1. And the second one is Thorn-2. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat for you. So, AXO-1 is the pings don't work. You can swirl those. Oh, they do work. Bam! Do you see that ping up there?
Yeah, the
Nice.
dual ring planet.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, that right there is AXO-1, and this down here is Thorn-2. These 2 locations have full life on it, though the race has not been identified. Though it's not that it's not known, it's just has not been identified. There's just been signatures that have proven that life exists. There is an understanding that it has not yet had any signature traces of the 4, which means they've never visited here. An opportunity to build an outer defense. It has just taken extensive notes on what could be an opportunity to build a net, a grid, if for any reason you were able to connect all 5. Though understanding the first 2 would be a great start. You imagine that the conditions in which the planets will have across the battlefields will vary in extreme depending on how close and how far you are to different conditions. It has gone through extensive research for this galaxy box to come clear, and it is still coding itself in doing filters and filters to get the fuzziness out as we speak, but this is where we stand.
Now, this is all existing inside the box, or is this just a representation of somewhere else inside
This is,
the box?
this is a representation of the battlefield.
Okay. I wonder if it was like Rick's Galaxy battery.
Got it. No. No. This is literally your 3D projection of how far these planets are in a clustered location in battlefields. You just kind of chose a location, scan, and this is what you're picking up. You understand that in the long term, in the sense of risk, in the sense of the four, they know that they can lose to you. You know you can lose to them. So what are the two things that both sides should be doing? Is building up one and the other. So these are just natural thoughts, and which is left for you.
Ah, man, I am considerate to myself.
Are
Hey,
they
guys!
gonna illuminate once we get there?
I assume so.
Oh, like
I
the
do like
Kingdom
snappy
Hearts
presentation.
world map.
Yeah, I guess you can go with that. Kingdom Hearts world map, sure. In which you guys are not yet presented on because you are not in this location. She studied, traveled a bit to get there, but that is something that you will come to.
It looks like we have a destination to go to then.
Can we see them on the grid map?
Yes, I can circle the general cluster location. I haven't put them in there, but yes, I can.
The question is, which one do we want to go to first? Axo 1 or Thorn 2?
Well, and also, did we want to do anything else here in
So
this
the
mirror?
two brightest locations is Axo 1, Thor 2. Then the other ones are in there. It's just basically in there.
What else did we have to do here? We couldn't
That
do
would
the.
be a theoretical. I don't know. Tell me how to take you guys. Just kidding. Go on.
Because we couldn't open the puzzle because the four would come after us. We looted the place already, yes.
We were supposed to go back to campus.
Oh no, we were supposed to take a look at the surroundings so we'd get a vibe for when we actually get there, because it's not the real place, it's a mirror of the real place.
Yeah.
I could show you what I know is important so that later on when we get there we don't destroy important stuff on accident or purpose.
We're going to destroy important stuff either way, but sure.
I mean, at least then I get to be angry.
The god of don't break my shit.
Gotta stop it!
Default setting, angry.
Can't
The
have
god of
anything
the one
nice in
undrunk
Battlefield.
friend. The one sober man.
Until the day came. Everyone wins. So, if you guys needed a hook, Robert chimes in. Hello, it has been a moment since I have given you an update. Robber. I like saying my name. It sounds mischievous. I have probably stolen only 13 things since I last saw you. Anyways, here is back your fork, and they give you your fork. It was too small for my needs. I just wanted to let the rest of you know that I have went about and, that package I prepped and wrapped as per your instruction is.
I know,
and
right?
I also did the immediate diagnostics that the box is an accurate estimation of what would be present for us. There is no aerial threat in the battlefield space in which we would need to worry about other than running into one of the planets.
Yeah. So I know the campus is on temporal lockdown. I say we go to the planet.
The campus, Yes, I have replayed the footage and it has made it very clear that they are in a time stop. Would you like us to continue that, Stasis?
Yes. Because they can't yell at me if they can't yell at me.
Understood.
Yell at you after.
The can't yell at me protocol
I
activated.
like you, robot. Your naming protocols are immaculate.
I am Robber.
Pinocchio.
They call them Geppetums. That's actually what they call them. I think Geppettos, something like that. In the that book, that
Geppetto.
Bolos something. When you play a puppet, I think that's what they call them.
Ah,
I have a bear in one of my campaigns. That's like a teddy bear, like a stuffed teddy bear. That's what he is.
I remember that guy. Didn't he try to maul the spider Phyrexian?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We worked so hard to keep him alive.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, sometimes we make efforts where the we need to do great too. So, beyond that, if you guys wanted to visit anywhere, just to see what was happening, where would that be?
Hmm.
I kind of want to see Strixhaven to like see where it lies, like where it's currently stasis. Like I don't know
Okay.
where else I'd look. Strixhaven is technically the only place Shio's ever remembered being.
There. Once. Guess that's
We could
actually
probably finish making you a deity at some point.
that would be great.
I have to get to Anivia, and then maybe
Well, let's
through a
get to
time
Anivia.
night. I was thinking we could try that while we travel, because we have. I think both of us have the what's it called? Echo boon. That echo boon.
Yeah.
That lets us split ourselves, and we could just send the echoes there, or leave them here with them. I don't have it pulled up.
Well, I need to brag to the other me's that I made the gods. Yes. I gotta rub it in.
Really set it there. I'm trying to find the big ass map. Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many gods did you make? None.
Too many.
I don't think I've made too many. I might have made one with Shio and then maybe two with Seg.
Okay. Fair point.
You came
Maybe.
close with my brothers, though.
Well, yes, but that was bigger me.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm taking credit for little me works here.
Oh, it's one of those days. Okay.
Yeah. All the other little me's haven't done it, but I'm gonna do it.
Here's what we're gonna do. Oh no. Provided you would result in a non whatever. I don't know what it's telling me. I'm gonna bring you guys to a blank screen.
The
And I
blank
found all of the
void.
little thingamajiggies.
Welcome to the void.
I won't write all of it. It's bam. 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 And bam. That's all. Bam. They're all
I
there,
think I'm
right?
blind.
Huh? Oh, fuck, you're blind. I just made a new scene here, right? This is what I do in the background normally, but now this is.
Oh, perfect.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix it. I just put them all up there.
Oh God, it's in worse state than I thought.
It's all over the place. Hold on.
What do you mean? It looks a lot more organized, all centralized.
No, that's your Ori.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad.
Isn't it? Look how small Quandrix shrank. Oh God, Silverquill's shrunk too. Not what's next? Prismari? No.
You know, I want.
Wither Bloom grew.
You know, these aren't proper proportions, but fuck it. You know, some for now. Yeah. They can't be so big, but good quality stuff. That's what I always say. Lorehold's huge. Bam, we're gonna leave a Lorehold just like that because Lorehold. That's where all those three lies.
I mean, they have a lot of storage they need for all those ruins they displace in
Yeah, we
reality.
can blow up Wither Bloom. They're a little wilder too.
Damn, am I high or is this 3D amazing?
Hey, this is the 3D, 2D live map making. Silver Quill. The quills are a little bigger.
Hey, remember our like second encounter when the Dean of Order left us alone to fight a banshee and it murdered all of us?
A banshee? What?
No. Why would they do that? That seems
I
like a
mean-
dick move.
I mean, that's how they introduced themselves to us. I think we were like in trouble or something.
We're wow. Huh.
Doesn't
think-
sound right.
Yeah, that seems
Messed up. Why would you
fucked
go
up.
to school that way?
It was like the one place we went, the one time we went to Lorehold.
Oh, okay, I'll mark that on the do not visit list.
Total deniability, they say.
Yeah. I ain't getting
Is-
murdered.
Is we have to file the insurance claims.
Well, I thought we had people for that. Do you not have people for that?
It's
We have
time.
the secretary, but do you expect them to do the paperwork?
You mean the lore keeper? No. Should probably kill me.
Exactly. And everyone else is fighting something.
Okay. Maybe we can outsource this to a third party not involved with our conflict? You know, just some random kingdom? I pay them, I don't know, the shiny metal they love?
We don't know of any other kingdoms is.
I look at them with a blank stare. Whoa, we have infinite realities! Come on now!
But which one is most susceptible?
To money? All of them?
But are you really
They
going
don't
to
have to win, they have to fight.
Oh, that's a good point, Wet.
Look, I just don't want to do work. I did not
do
gain
have-
power to do work.
I do have your checkbook. I could just write them checks.
I have a checkbook? We have a bank?
Yeah, remember every time I write a check from it, it takes from the weight of the school?
Mm-hmm.
No!
Because it's your platinum vaults that I pull from?
Gets a little bit higher.
Man, I've been busier than I thought.
Well, that's why the school's not floating.
Oh. I thought that was the whole magic thing, but that makes sense.
Now, it was just weighed down by literally all the platinum you hoard.
Well, it is pretty useless.
Not when you need to buy a kingdom.
Oh, sure. Or do my insurance paperwork. Who insured us? Who'd be that dumb?
Morden Kanan.
Wow. They
Our
have very
premiums
poor
are going through
judgment.
the roof. Yeah, but he's a student here. You raised him to think this is a good school.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
sometimes
of course I
investments come back to pay. I'm just putting down everything that matters real quick.
You foresaw that no insurance company would ever insure Strixhaven, so you created the circumstances for an insurance company to be born to insure Strixhaven.
You know, that sounds like a very me thing to do.
And you don't want that coming from your vaults.
Yeah, how do they have enough money to insure it?
Morden Kanan has a lot of money and he doesn't use any of it.
Oh.
He just takes, like most planeswalkers. Money is pointless if you're in a different dimension in 2 seconds.
This is true.
You think they're going to
So-
accept gold in the plane of fire?
Yes.
Do they?
It's just gonna shrug his shoulders, I assume so.
I mean, wouldn't it melt instantly? So it's kind of like really hard to keep.
Well, it'd be like mercury then.
Yeah, but like, I don't know how well that would work as a monetary system.
True, it'd get everywhere.
I mean, you walk home from the bank with your paycheck and you trip and fall and you're poor.
True. So, is there supposed to be a sun this close, or is that like a new feature? People give people tans?
What, son?
That one. I point to the one that's suspiciously close.
I don't see a sun.
There's a-
Meanwhile, you guys are looking at the results of Strixhaven. Sorry, well, I had to quickly put that together. This is where we stand. Lorehold is still in a... Now, there is a non-discussed nap going on. An AP Does anyone need me to tell you what that means?
NAP?
Yes.
I don't think I know what that means.
Non-aggression pact.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would have got that.
This is a non-spoken one, though. For whatever reasons, because no one understands the time stop. Tempos has placed this time stop, and that is visualized. Hold on, let me switch. Visualized here, as you see. Thank you. If that is removed from the biblioplex, everything else continues. Doesn't mean war will happen again, because for whatever reason they weren't fighting already. But now it is a literal stop. Lorehole is in complete control of the Phyrexians. They are so bedded in deep. All that fucking history is just being gobbled up. Even in this time stop, they are recording this knowledge at a very slow rate, but it is being ciphered because at the end of the day, the full-on tether is not present at the time stop. So it is still active and still forcing. Very tough and very hard, but through the time stop, any information it can get from Lorehole. Prismari has currently its own storm protecting it. It has a glail storm going on at this time. It is purposeful. It is preventing any and all detectors, scanners, what have you, from the Phyrexians. Because of the terrain and whatnot, it has been their saving grace. In this time stop, the minds are working because you guys are forcing time to move forward. Though the time is still here, you guys have forced it to just not progress as everything else is. So it doesn't mean that
we're not there.
Yeah, it just doesn't mean that things aren't actually happening still. They are there thinking. They're just stuck in it. I don't know. It's interesting because this probably be the best example I've ever actually seen anywhere else. Frozen 2, my kid loves it. When the people who I guess were frozen 30 fucking years ago, or something, some very big time gap of such, they just wake up and they're like, man, it's been 30 years. Like, they fucking know everything. Like, they never stopped thinking, but they were just frozen. They're like, well, I'll just be here until one day. And then, boom, that day happened, and they were like, damn, finally I can say all the shit I had to say. And it's like nothing but a lore background. I'm like, how do they know all this stuff? And like, as a D&D guy, I'm like, something's wrong in this script. How the fuck did they just come out of that shit and know every fucking thing that happened? Like, and they didn't age at all. It's crazy. Or maybe they showed that they aged. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, something like that. That's what's going on with them.
Well, that's
Witherbloom.
horrifying. Who set that up?
Well, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry. Witherbloom. They have a different kind of issue. History is reclaiming itself. In this time, still, the roots beneath the spell. And what I mean by that is organic nature has existed beyond magic. Some things have natural immunities to time magic. Some plants, some growth, some what have yous are from the Feywild, and they don't follow this. They're taking an opportunity. They're reclaiming the Witherbloom. Now, no one is being harmed for some reason at this time, but it is overgrowing, and later may have its own handful of Final Fantasy 9. No, 10, 11, I don't know, wherever the Gunblades one was. You know that co-op observatory in the school? You could just run in there and get into a fight all the time. You could just die on campus. And I was like, this is a cool game. So that spot. That's what's going on there for the future. We're going to skip Quandrix and come back to it. Silverquill has put up their scripts, all of their hard scripters. It's all up there. No one can decipher it at this time, though Phyrexian linguistics are closely getting to being able to at least break down the dialogues at a 10th speed. Though this time stop has prevented them from reaching it, so this has given them time. Quandrix, unfortunately, during their bubble, ready to pull the nuke, if it is told them to. That magic that was being used to keep it in that immediate ready to launch state when good old Tempos put the time stop didn't exactly just stay still. And Sense has, at this time, during the time still, because technically nothing can move forward, its magic erasered this much of Quandrix away. They are in a true stop. They are not thinking. They are just frozen, like in the quantum realm, and waiting to come back. When the time stop ends, they will return. But the bleeding of the magic that was saved up is now just wiping all existence because the explosion would have destroyed everything. So it's doing a very tiny version across the campus.
Hmm.
So it's a looping nuke state, a blink. That's all it is, blinking. As all great
It
spells
is
that is
just
makes
like
to us.
me to build a super weapon and give it to some randos to press the button.
No control of that.
At least it's a named NPC though.
Well, of course you give them a name. How are they going to have plot armor otherwise?
Yeah. I mean, it's that really nerdy guy that insulted us nonstop in the library. Like, we walked up to look for a book, and he just tore us all to shreds. And then
And
I think
then
Anivia
just
Anivia beat him
another.
up.
Yeah, that guy. All right, look around.
I don't remember his name, but like he has a name.
Run? I don't know. No, that wasn't. There was like 3 runs, ironically, and I
I
didn't
think it
make those
started
up.
with. I think it was Quandrelarius.
I'll
Or
have to pull that up. I don't know. I'll have to look. That's
Yeah,
your
he's the-
research.
Quadranero.
he's like the best Quandrix student there in our year.
I'll look that up. I'm sure I have the student notes. Not like there was much. Your time at class was very rare. Yeah, so this is what's going on. You understand that the lower hold has 3 super Phyrexians. These things are no joke. Yeah, you guys are super powerful. It's more like they'll probably punch you 30 times and it'll suck every time, but you'll still win. But that's 30 punches you didn't want to take. Kind of tough. At this time, that's where I would put their power level against you guys right now. But you guys can totally win, like I said, but it would stuck the entire time, maybe. They're very just nifty, and there's 3 of them, and you would not fight all 3 at the same time because one of them would probably be enough.
Wow. Well, things seem great, guys. Let's go to the planet.
And at least we got those souls back from Chisari, right? So Witherbloom can have its defense force.
Sorry.
I remember
Really?
you ripped out all of the souls of the students from Chisari and then brought them back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what led to Chisari getting like 3,000 souls from that pocket realm.
Yeah, he threatened her.
Right.
He's like, if you don't give them back, I'm gonna do something fun. Is like
That does sound like me, yes.
they returned, just like that.
Wait, did she only give them up, or did I put her into the soul extractor?
No, they made the deal. Access to that infinite realm of medieval civilizations.
But yeah, they can just eat up the weak and compact them into something.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's really dangerous, though. Because that's how you get, like, bands of adventurers coming after you for all of eternity.
Yeah, but they want that, remember? It's exciting for liches.
Oh. Well, I'm not here to judge.
So, what do you all do? You go to the planet, or you try to visit Strickhaven and do something heroic?
If we show up, it might break the time lock.
That's the goal.
Yeah, you guys have bigger fish to fry right now, anyway.
Would we know if sending echoes of ourselves there would break the time lock? It's a lot subtler in time, right?
You guys can all make Arcana checks at advantage.
Yes, checks. With advantage. Oh, God.
How is...
Oh, man, that was still... I barely
How did
avoided that one.
I... Oh...
Ha!
I rolled like is. That hurts.
I know. You know what was
Where's your
weird?
roll?
I went to the other group. I rolled great.
Yeah, dude, you killed it. Like that was.
Oh man,
crazy.
I can't believe I hit everything. Spells
Yeah.
were going off. I was like, "What is this?"
That's how it was last time. We all showed up and we actually started hitting and doing like level 17 damage instead of level 13 damage like we normally do.
Yeah.
Jeez, do you guys hear that in the background again? They're back. They're still looking. They're like, wait, we see it every time and can't find them. It's weird. You guys are the chaos. You guys start talking about shit and it happens.
These 3 hours every Tuesday cause just outright riots.
It's the wavelengths. It's like connecting to all you guys' platforms. It's just sending everything off. It's the perfect glyph. You guys go to the planet? You guys want to totally like just crash into a planet? Just like let's see what's there.
I am curious. You can't just dangle a
Which
planet in front of me.
one?
Probably
gonna
not
crash.
crash. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you guys totally know how to fly to and land on a planet. Totally, yeah. It's just
Wait, wait. Are
Sure,
you trying to
Pinocchio
imply
can handle it.
that I didn't foresee this would happen and brought pirates to pilot my ship?
I mean, yeah, Seg is pretty much in tune with the ship.
I know.
Yeah,
he
but
is-
he's always saying let the robot do it. Okay, I'm just saying.
What? No. Say,
yeah.
you
just-
have to fly the ship. I even left a note that says Seg needs to fly the ship. I mean, I wouldn't lie to me.
Oh, I can fly it if need be. We're just kind of short staffed, so I'm often needed in other places, and Robert is a pretty good pilot.
And if
Because, I mean, if we're
If we're landing on a planet, I'm going to pilot it, obviously, with his help, but
Oh, okay,
out in
how much
space is
staff do you
fine.
need? I open a book and I'm start taking notes. How many staffs do you need?
I don't know. We probably want a couple engineers for the engineering bay. I don't know. We'll have to discuss this.
I close my book slowly. Okay, I'll call in a few favors. But let me know the full list before we're done here.
Don't forget a med bay staff.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna want those.
You have me. What do you need a med bay staff for?
Well, your spells are more useful in other places. I would rather have just a reliable nurse that can give us healing so that you can do fun things.
I look at him, nod my head. Right, a nurse. I got you.
No, no, please. You can't do this to me, Is. My bones won't survive.
Oh yeah, the bones. Right. I nod my head. As
She
if I
put me through
understood.
the centrifuge last time.
Oh, the centrifuge at the infirmary. Dude, most people quit Strixhaven after the first time.
She just keeps putting me in it. My bones do come out, but she puts them back in.
Yeah, she's mean.
Okay. I'll find
Okay.
a nurse.
Yeah, so you guys are breaking out some staff, but at the end of the day, we are going to visit a planet.
Yes.
How? Okay, which one? You gotta tell me, Axo or Thorn?
Exo. Because I like the name and it's available to land on.
I gotta love it. Love it. All right. So, is everyone here to get this started?
Let's do it.
So, yeah, if Iz wants to go to the planet, I'm thinking we go to Axo 1 just because it's first on the list and we have no prior information on which one might be good or bad, which one might be easier. I think starting at the first on the list is probably pretty intentional with whatever Iz gives us.
It was logical. I mean, it's almost alphabetical.
We're gonna do Axo. I'm gonna get a beer, and then we are going to begin with your first one.
Do I finally get to see what a planet looks like? They're just orbs, right?
You've been on a lot of planets.
I've been on them, but I've never seen one before. Everyone keeps saying they're orbs, but everything looks flat.
Everyone keeps saying they're round, but they look flat to me.
Well, I mean, most of them are round, but there's flat ones out there. But
Oh,
normally the gods
Don't
make them.
dilute the child.
I don't have memories of any schooling prior to this. Some worlds are round, but some are flat. I don't.
Don't
What?
listen to him.
Wait. He didn't give you full memories? That's fucked up.
Remember, it was the four who reflected your memory spell back at us. So it's whatever we have is not intentional.
Oh, right.
That's the randomness of our memories being gone. Is we didn't choose our memories to be gone; they got forced upon us.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Okay.
It's concerning if you do.
Are you guys ready for Axo 1?
Yeah, we got to fly there, right?
Are you capable of flying?
I'm gonna
We're
move you
gonna be
over.
good.
You won't get there. You won't get there. You won't get there.
Can
Okay,
we
so
stand for a suitable location to land?
here's the beauty of
Oh
it.
yeah.
As you guys start flying toward Axo 1, Robber goes, this is quite amusing. Have any of you considered what AXO period 1 could stand for in acronymial bot language?
No clue, buddy.
I
I'm
can't
assuming
spell,
nerd.
asshole.
Opportunity to guess, butthead?
Is it a giant axle?
You are all no fun. It
Something
means
xylophone.
anniversary of Xeno overlap, the first instance.
Anniversary of xylophone.
Yes, what he said.
I think you're just letting him have that. Is it really
Yeah.
that?
It's the anniversary of Xylophone's first instance.
Is
Absolutely.
this the place the 4 first appeared? They'd be like technically for the Battlefields, the first
Robert
aliens.
just shuts
Is there
down.
4 planets?
Ah, fuck! I killed him.
We'll be fine,
Actually,
guys.
Sag, you
I
killed him.
brought my xylophone.
I look at him, try to figure out where he's hiding a xylophone. Like, confused, looking at him.
It's his ribs. Is he could just rip off his skin without pain or damage and just do and then just put it back up.
Oh, right, I forgot he's a lich. That was in the notes.
You forget?
Yeah, I forget things.
I
I
am.
look around nervously.
1 second, bringing you guys onto the map before I bring you over. I'm
Time
assuming
for
I'm thinking the right.
demonstration.
No, please don't.
Fuck is I forgot. Oh wait, we said it was the one with the 9th level spell slot.
Yeah, with 2.
Yeah, with the 2. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
this one. It's the other. The alt. It's the altus. The alt. Yeah, it's the altus. Cool. Found him. Bam. Okay, Shio Bobino, you asked a very interesting question, didn't you? Didn't you?
Wait.
Didn't you? Sorry, wait, what?
You asked your question for dangerous knowledge there, buddy.
Web, did you want to say something too? I want to hear.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm playing the xylophone for his.
Oh gosh, that's rough. Okay, everyone.
God.
He didn't believe I could.
Yeah, well, everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw. And give me a performance check, Web. Almost done setting up your guys' fate. Oh, don't. Damn. Good thing that you didn't have to roll very high, because Web killed that shit. He sounded great.
You know, it's disturbing how good you are at that. Like, do you do this often?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be really disappointed if there's no xylophones when we get off the ship.
Well, I'll work on that.
As you guys get closer to the planet, you find yourselves at an opportune moment to exit your vessel. Do you use your escape hatch that you have all done so well with?
The
Oh,
escape.
Wait.
Like, you know, the exit bay? Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. As long as we can kind of walk down, or float down, or fly.
and I'm going to give you a perspective real quick.
Wait, what?
Huh? Go ahead. Seg. Testing. Seg. Testing. Shio, was he trying to say something?
Why did we land?
Why? You guys said you wanted to get as close as possible.
Oh, my
Are we gonna
reception
fly
is
down
really
from
shit
space?
right now
You sound like Robert. Fuck.
because the Wi-Fi went out in the power outage.
Oh, you're good. That's why Shio hasn't responded either.
Hmm? What was that? Well, I thought so.
Oh,
We
yeah, Shio fell out.
flown
Never mind.
through space plenty still time starting up.
Oh, you're really breaking up.
Yeah,
Oof, I'm taking some.
I'm only kind
Robot
of holding on. Yeah, because I use my phone.
Got it. You just pause there, buddy, and get
Yeah.
your stuff connected. Your sound off.
Do
Might
it
need to leave
again.
channel, come
I
back.
know.
No.
Yeah.
Rough. Well, he's trying his best to listen in, so we'll let him hear our version of a.
Oh
Bam.
no, it's happening.
You, Sir Wep, and the team members with you dock in this odd kind of granite scenario. I think you've been here before, but I could be wrong. A beautiful, ornate space field, hedged with grand mosaic tile and a beautiful garden, farm to table scenario. Quit grabbing their big versions. That's not you saying there.
It has both selected somehow. I don't
Let
understand.
them go. I didn't. I know. I just didn't get there yet.
You bet.
Ah, that does. Oh, perfect. You can't drag it now, right?
I don't think so. Let me. I didn't want to drag it the first time. No, I can't.
Okay, perfect. There. You're good. You can move your other ones now. You can use your little U's.
Yeah.
That's
He's
your
back.
representative size. You see ahead of you this space in which you can swim through and breathe in. You can arrive at this porcelain table in some distance. They're probably like 100 feet away. Yeah, good football field away. But you hear their voices. Shio is Seg speaking. Shio talks. I just want to make it clear that at no point am I trying to be the bad guy here. You all wanted me to become this god, and when I did what I had to do. And now you're saying that I'm the bad one when you literally eat souls, both of you. You took part of my own civilizations when you came to visit. Don't think I don't know about that. You then hear is going, right. Well, everyone calm down. I do remember that is in the books. He gives both of them a look like, but then he gives them a thumbs up under the table. And Sag and Web respond more like a accusation. They in sync kind of, whoa, bro, right, bro, right, yeah, bro, and it's like everyone just understands that they're like, no, we didn't do that, even though they did that, and then the conversation goes into a very serious tone where Iz goes, okay, everyone, you must hear this. We have to create ourselves to be the bad guys. The entire table's weight drops, as if this was the first time the idea came, and the first time it was realized and immediately completed.
They're eating souls, and they're just now the bad guys.
Well, Shio said something interesting.
Bro.
What'd you say, Shia?
I said something about becoming the god you wanted me to be, and I did what I had to do. I wonder what I had to do.
No, well,
You
you're
found
right,
the line
but
and
you're
you crossed it.
wrong. I meant what you said before getting here.
Said before
Yeah.
getting here.
What did you say?
Meanwhile, you hear Web. He seems to be the host with the napkin in hand. He's like, well, to the flavor of inevitability. His chair's carved from drowned hope, and he remembers your future with every zip. So let us toast to him. All four of them. Cheers. They don't ever touch their glasses, but you hear chink as they all raise it to a certain level of degree, and they drink. Then Seg. He smells his glass after. You know, Web, this Makes me feel like the sommelier of sorrows. You taste 2017 trauma with hints of oak and betrayal. Very delightful. You drink a little bit more and swish it around. Shio. It's not a god complex. It's like a buffet of becoming, you guys. My thesis, just have dessert and then think about it. See my point. You have to quit just going around and consuming everything and let it develop. Give it a little time.
Now, I'm liking what this guy's saying. I like
Shit, you're
elbow
fucking
is.
crazy.
Is button. He kind of garnishes a little salad. No, he shoves his mouth. I'm just saying. Not that dressing. I'm gonna try another one. We've overstepped the loop again. And now, the only solution is we become the biggest threat that we've ever seen, so that we can't beat ourselves, so that we are forced to become better in a new way. Because what we are now is unstoppable. And they all kind of nod, agree, consume their meals before them. But what are you all doing during this conversation, as they have yet to become noticed of your experience there?
Oh, just observing. We're just
Do
sitting
any
there
of
like,
you move?
I think
Do
I
you try
remember
to
what
get
I was,
closer?
what I said before. It's an
What'd you say?
axle.
Oh no, it's a paradox. You can't see yourself. I'm not going anywhere near that.
I mean, Web's right. We shouldn't probably talk to ourselves. I mean, Lorraine talks to herself all the time.
I talk to myself all the time.
She was a different
I'm a pretty
person
cool
back
guy.
then.
I need
She was
each
cool.
of you guys to give me insight checks that are not your own.
Insight checks that are not mine.
What? Can I throw his?
That's not fair. All right, so Shia, what's yours?
Oh my gosh.
What's mine?
Yeah.
Five.
I rolled a 5.
No. He said someone else's insight. So what's your insight?
2. His is a 2.
This is a 2. How do I roll below you all the time? I have like a plus 11.
Damn. That. Boom. Positive results. Shio, roll with Segs. Seg's insight is 10, fuck. Seg, roll with Webs. Webs is an 8.
That's about right.
Roll as Web?
No, Shio is rolling a Seg with a 10, so roll with a plus 10. Reroll yours.
Oh, okay. Plus
Seg,
10.
roll yours with a plus 8. Thank you. Ah, nice. Okay. Shio. The Shio at the table. Everyone. We actually have the perfect guests here this time. We've had many visitors at our anniversary, but this is the first. Come! He waves his hand forward, and you guys feel as if some very fucking powerful god has yeeted your ass to their audience. Whoops.
It's a fucking trap.
I accidentally locked you guys. I got crazy.
You
and
know,
locked
I
everything.
always regretted not remembering this part.
Be glad it's
I
a
knew this day
rectangle,
would
not-
come. I just didn't think I'd be the is.
I mean, it's got to be someone. But hey, we've gotten out of worse situations. Remember that colossal Phyrexian?
Oh yeah, that one was pretty epic.
You guys
I
arrive
had to go invincible for
on
that
top
fight.
of the table. You are much smaller as you see yourselves along the tabletop. There's an entire scene before you. There almost gives this layer of different etiquettes in which you can enjoy. There's a bit of teas and there's a bit of cakes, as if this is a tea party, and everyone is having a bit of polite. You all pick that up with Shio's 30. As you guys are getting pulled in, Shio, you do describe that kindness is important. When you are rude, you feel bad things will happen. You
Guys,
understand
stay away
that,
from the fruit.
you understand that when they offer you something, accepting is the kindest manner. But if you can find another way that is not rude, good luck. You are at their event, and they are going to ask you to decide the fate in which you have already given yourself. The question is what else do you now discover? Good luck, and choose wisely. As you guys are yanked to the table and put in this kind of re-picnic scenario, now with the court here, but this time yourselves, large, having pies, and though the table looks clean in your small size, there is yet edibles always within reach. Shio looks at all of you and goes, "Magic!" When you're
No,
a
stay
god,
away, Shio!
you can. He snaps his fingers and Web's mouth is silent.
Oh, thank God.
The worm!
goes,
The worm!
See,
I would
Shio,
like
even
to-
the past use a god.
He snaps his fingers and is zipped.
Is the
And
Nazi
everyone
speaking?
at the table is just like, oh, were we always this bad? Seg says. Web's like, of course. We are the bad guys, and they're here witnessing us talk about becoming the bad guys. What do you all think? What should we do? How about you? He goes and flicks at himself. He does it in a way that he gets so close that you feel this, but he doesn't hit you.
Try to
Wait.
kick his finger.
He then goes, and your zipper disappears. He goes, you, me, Web, myself. I've achieved it all. We have all of the epitome. All we need is to set ourselves back, as we've agreed. You should know this. Smell it across your brimstone as he runs across the horn. But what do you think? How can we defeat even ourselves at this state? Look at, there's another one. Do you guys hear that in the background? I'll just turn it up.
What's that?
Oh, right here, right here. Do you hear that? Right? The
Yeah.
ambulance. Oh, there it is. God damn.
Oh,
I asked
I
Web,
remember
do you
those
have a bad
every week.
idea? I'm like, Web, you got a bad idea? Here they are. Write them real quick. Bad idea. Bad idea.
You've already done it. You've sealed yourself away. You don't have to destroy yourselves. You just have to not be there.
What point are you from, dear me? Have you met me already? Have you already seen that you can get to where we come from? Have you
I
already
meet me every
realized
morning.
how we were born and raised to hate ourselves? Have you gotten that far yet?
Why should I hate myself for being?
We created 4 alternative entire parallels inside the battlefield itself, just along, and then create an entire team and organization to stop us from coming back, and yet we did.
Definitely sounds like a Shio problem.
He looks at Shio across the table. I told you becoming a god would be our reckoning, being improved of that dwarf still planet. Shio then responds, okay. He snaps his fingers and unzips Iz's in case the smart one has something to say, but let's hear it from myself. Shio, what do you think?
Yeah, Shio.
Yeah, Shio.
He's supposed to be conscious of our group.
I mean, part of being a god is doing what's the greater good for the whole of the universe rather than everyday things. So almost
But the
everything
greater
is
good
justified.
often requires sacrifice.
Exactly.
A lot of sacrifice, Seg says. In fact, he's like picking his. I still have some in there. Hold on. What about you, Web? He's like, they go back into their pirate ways of just.
Not
into their-
necessarily that kind of sacrifice.
No, he pulled, like, you see him go, wait, there it is. You see literally, Shio, for the first time, a soul in its rawest form. You've seen them. Everyone else owns them. You see a scream. Shio, I need you to give me an insight check at advantage as you've taken the room. Now that this just pops out of the, teeth plaque area of Big Seg, you see the garden, the running water, Anything that is a organic life screaming and pleading, little souls in each of them. There's nothing here on this planet but this massive setting for 4 very powerful beings to have a meeting. How this food runs is through the power and the souls in which they clearly have captured. This entire area is horrific yet beautiful, as it runs flawless as long as the blind stay that way.
Wait, I did soul magic? Oh man.
No, this is
Oh.
Seg. This is
Oh, okay.
so the whole room is generated by like weapon Seg are that powerful at the point that they use souls to create anything. As long as they can think it, they can create it, and that's how the Dalkir's epitome is.
I got it.
But they cost
Oh,
their souls.
yeah.
But that's what they do. That's why madness reigns everywhere, because everything they touch, they just drop souls into like it's cat litter. Fuck them.
I almost thought I wasn't the most evil version of me at this point, man. Woof.
But these are
Oh.
also like your thing is that like you're just tight to all this shit, so you're here with them. You know.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I want to assure you is?
A lot of wasted potential here.
So let me clarify something for you guys real quick. With what they said is, let me pull you guys back to the battlefields. What they said is that while they grew in power and tried to escape themselves from ruining the world with what they could do, they created 4 mere parallels of the world in the entire battlefield in hopes of stopping themselves and reaching somewhere they have never spoken of, and then came back still to fight you guys.
We'll have to fight ourselves, guys.
Sounds like
But-
they're jelly.
They are having the very first anniversary of meeting together after returning in the battlefields, realizing that nothing ever got better, deciding that they have to become the enemy. And they are looking at you guys for the guidance, literally, on how they can curve that perception of yourselves to actually see the threat. They obviously change the way they look because they become the 4. The question is, what underneath really got them there? You're
Is this
seeing the
what-
fight, the spat. Go ahead, sorry.
Is this what it's like to meet your future self and be disappointed?
You thought you'd be bigger, didn't you?
I am bigger. Look, how is he so small still?
So they- So they're gonna go off and be the 4, and they need our advice on how to go about that.
Yeah, they're trying to ask how to defeat themselves, and this is the perfect random opportunity. Just you guys look at them like, yeah, you don't even feel compelled to harm them because they will just flick you off the table and it will hurt. But you're also being graced with seeing that they grown bored. Power has got them to the lead of boredom that they have created and destroyed and done so much. These Deliches are unstoppable. Like, they're literally the masters of madness. Like, I don't know any way anyone's like. There's plenty of ways someone can, but I'm not going to be the one to make it up. You get what I'm saying? So, in this storyline, they understand what they can do. This is their simplest form. Now, imagine their visuals.
We are justice.
But they have to flip that coin, and they know that they do because they want to curve what the future is creating. So they now are they're masters of all time and space. They've done it already multiple times, over and over. This is just a cassette on replay. Now the question is, what do they do different this time? This is Time Splitters 2.
I'm gonna look at Mycio and be like, you know what? I think it's time to break the script.
Mm.
I know my.
I'm actually okay with it. It's
I
a
know
job,
my-
guys. Someone's got to do it.
I will cast DM magic and give you guys a private sidebar.
I know my my pen pal. He has some really good ideas on how to do this.
Your pen pal. How do you want to break the script?
Well, like I said, my pen pal has great ideas on this. He doesn't necessarily share them with me. But yes,
So it's gonna
That's
be is,
weird.
isn't it? It's gonna be another is, isn't it?
High
well,
probability.
yeah, of course. They talk to me all the time.
I don't know. Would they have the insight for this? Is because, I mean, the end result you is sitting right over there next to Seg.
No. That's kind of me, but it's a possible me.
Why don't you
Not
talk to
definite.
his secretary?
No, you never talk to the secretary. She'll just kill you if she annoys. But I'll have to hit him up because I know ways. There are ways.
How long will that take? Is
Well, I mean, I think he's running from some dragons right now through some parallel. I don't know. It was kind of a rush thing. He didn't have a lot of time.
well, if he responds while we're here, let us know, and we could see what's up.
Oh, sure. Let me go ahead and write. Oh, no, he's busy. Something about getting 8? I don't know. Kobold versions of him? It's weird. I close my book. Soon.
As he closes it for the first time ever, you guys see something different. It has the word "mind" spelled backwards. ENIM.
That's odd. Has your book always been wrong? Is
No. It's usually right. I've never known it to be wrong.
but look it's spelled backwards.
What? I look at my book. I think it's always been this way.
You flip it
Mine.
around. You flip it around. You keep flipping it around. And you're like, you in the mirror. It's right.
Yeah, it's just an inverted version of it. It's fine.
The
Completely
cover's just backwards.
Reflected on Shio's mirror.
Then we only might get the results.
Do you do so?
We'll maybe have answers.
You know what? We're committing to the bit. Where is that
Okay.
mirror?
The mirror maybe comes up. You flip it on.
It
Give me the
maybe
roll.
comes up.
Let's see.
And then I think it's a D2, and I call it before.
Yep.
We're gonna go with 1. Ooh.
Nice. As you flip it, you see the same posture, holding the book, in the same backwards lettering, but it looks like a bronze kobold on the other side of the mirror. And next to him, a kobolded colored kobold. And then the back of a green, small, big, massive, you think maybe there's a lot of dragons in the background. There's a lot of tails going. And then, yeah, that's all you can get.
Yeah, I think 4 dragons.
Why does that kobold have your book?
Because we all have copies.
Oh no.
Yeah, there was 4 dragons. You're right. That was crazy. They just got out of control with dragons. Everyone had a dragon.
Come on, you've met other me's before. We all have the book.
I don't think I've ever seen another you hold a book.
Other user usually dragons.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is
yeah. You don't
question.
usually meet the normal me's.
Question: if because the mirror maybe revealed that book, could there be a roll to discover what the book could contain, or is that just too givey?
Oh, no, you can, because it's magical, but it's not like a hidden knowledge type thing.
So, what would you say they should roll to see if they can they yearn anything off of the mirror? Maybe
Are they looking for inside the book or just the cover?
more like a vibe from the book? How if the book has any differences?
So Shio should be able just to roll because he's seen my book a lot. In fact, I think all these guys have.
I saw
Okay.
a different kind of book from you.
Let's say you guys roll. Let's go survival. Sounds fun. All of you.
The
Except Biz.
survival. Uh-oh.
Ooh, wow. Great start.
I'm gonna lucky that. I do not want the madness of whatever the fuck that book holds.
There's what? It holds everything.
Come
A 2
on,
to
war
follow
crimes.
up.
War crimes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wep, if Shio needed guidance, you can hold his hand. You nailed it on the head. It was like, is this a different book? I was like, it is. These are the worst of the worst war crimes. These are worse than what you already hid. This no is a fraction of what is can do, and he is the one who holds the worst of the worst because he can
There's a
only do
backside of the book,
fraction.
guys.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
He has
he is
zero restraint.
the one holding this book is a ninth of what is his true power is. A ninth. That's how far they had to put it. So, and that book is just as big. And he used it 3 times that night, I think, right? He used it a handful of times. He opened it and
Yeah, banishment. A couple other ones, I think.
yeah. There was some other stuff he pulled up and data. But yeah, he there was some stuff in there that was very commonly understood as very, very bad factors.
Yeah, you just gotta find it in a book of infinite pages.
I think I saw too much already.
Oh, did he have it open to those pages? You can't believe everything in there.
Is you only write
Written
down your
by Is.
experiences.
No,
And it
it
was
has
very.
it has every lie and every truth.
It
Just
was
well
very
organized.
detailed, though.
That means
down-
nothing.
Down to the quantum signatures of every entity there. I don't.
Oh, that's accurate. I am pretty studious on that.
Quick question is, would you like information about the general sense of all the kobolds meta, or do you want private?
We can do prime, just so I can get a good feel.
Okay, let's jump in there real quick.
Secret.
So we're hunting a kobold now.
No, we're trying to determine how to prevent these ones from becoming the 4 and murdering us. They want advice on how to kill us.
They are us.
Yeah, that's why they want themselves to tell themselves how best to kill us. Because they don't know us?
I'm cool with their decisions.
Maybe we should convince them to not kill us.
To
Just
not kill themselves? Yeah.
Yeah, just to keep going. You left, just keep going. There has to be more.
It doesn't sound like it's a problem. I mean, other than their boredom, but I don't see how that's a problem of the world in the bigger scheme of things.
Well, they're gonna destroy everything to destroy us, so they don't have to be bored anymore.
I prefer them be bored.
There won't be anything left. No Professor Bay. Ooh, ask yourself about Professor Bay.
Probably have infinite Professor Bays now.
Not when they're done. There'll be nothing. Exactly 0 Professor Bays.
I'm sure I've kept her soul.
Yeah, you probably do. I bet it's that teacup you're using or that seat you're sitting on. If you
On the
turn
necklace.
souls,
I always keep it with me.
she's your wedding ring. Oh god, that makes a lot of sense. Your ring is just Professor Bay's souls.
Well, me and that genie never got along.
Alright, we just gotta figure out how to get them to not kill ourselves, because it's more fun being alive.
It'd be hard to convince Seg. He never really cared for the whole grand scheme anyway. He's always been in it for the excitement.
We are justice. We make excitement.
Nah, they made it pretty
This is our
clear just
first
now we're the
time
villains.
back because we have a walkie-talkie. We haven't even seen each other in forever. Big us. If they aren't excited to be all back together now, then I don't know what else to do.
Well, they've done everything, and that's the problem. Is they're bored. There's
Have
nothing
a
left for them to
barbecue.
do.
Do some drugs. Get over it.
They've done that.
Do more of it.
Drugs don't affect you, and barbecues don't provide any benefit to liches.
The mouthfeel.
You don't feel.
How many souls to make me feel?
Apparently more than of this planet's worth.
Make souls to eat souls. A people ranch.
Oh god. You're the promised Neverland, aren't you? Is that what your menagerie is?
Endless soul farm.
Dude, all these liches got the wrong idea, man. Just start a civilization and become their afterlife. You're never going to die, so you can always lead the civilization into glory continually throughout eternity, meaning more and more populace, meaning more and more souls. And you don't even have to kill them after a while. They just start dying. There's just such a high death rate every day anyway, simply due to
Smiting
population
is the
size,
best
that
part.
you're overfed.
Well, you see,
Smiting
that's
is
the
the best
problem,
part.
Seg, is that plan has an absolute 0% chance of having worked. Just historically. Every lich tries that.
I know. What is the great barrier? I will be the one who succeeds.
Oh, it's the gods. Yeah, it's the gods that stop them. No wonder you want to eat them all. You want to build an endless soul farm, and the gods say that's game breaking.
No, and I say I'll break your neck.
Stop me. Yeah, I refuse to believe I'm bored. There's no way. This is all that he wants. Space pirate, immortality. We are justice.
Yeah, but that also means we're justice, and I don't want to die, so therefore...
How can you be bored? If we have different views, then we get to fight about them forever.
Well, we probably did fight forever. I mean, we had 4 whole universes.
How
Just
can
like-
that not be fun?
Boo.
Okay. What was I doing?
Trying
Being
to
a
figure out a
dragon.
way to not let them be the 4 and murder us.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, my pen pal would know.
Okay, how do we solve infinite boredom?
I like taking memories away. And I can't be bored if you don't remember.
How's that bigger is? Does that ever grow boring?
Going back in time, you say? That's interesting. You know, one of us once thought about that. Well, you see, memories, they don't disappear. They exist in the future and forever, like a echo of thought is an existence of creation. That's how... That's it! He slams his hands on the table. We capture creativity. Does anyone know what created anything in the first place? The Big Is immediately busts out his book, and that book is big, especially from your guys' perspective. And he goes to almost like the last 30 pages. And he's like, well, yes, actually. It says that we, at some point, LOOT. Loot? We'll just call it loot. I have no idea what the acronym is. I have no interest in decoding it at this time, but loot. Loot. We find loot. What do you want to do with this? The pirates. Web immediately bursts out. We hug it and we capture it. Duh. And we stick it in a cage, like with the rest of my
And we
stuff.
loot it.
What do you think we do with it? And then Seg goes, wait. So you're telling me that we're gonna go and capture imagination itself, even though we don't even know what it is, and we're just gonna call it loot.
That's
And
the
the whole
best
table
part.
says, "Yeah." And now look at you guys putting your mouths. I never have to do it, but you do it yourselves. Here we are.
Well, this was preordained. It's written in the book.
Your book, on that note, is a page pulls to you. You immediately flip it with your thumb, and you see it turn completely gold leaf. It's not delicate, but it's imprinted. It cannot be changed. What's revealed on this page will be presented to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Some things can never be changed. I think I like to blame Shield when this happens.
Oh yeah, he
Hey.
totally fucking opened his mouth for sure.
Yeah.
I barely asked a question.
All you had to be was uncertain. Couldn't even do that.
I was uncertain. That's why I asked a question.
They look down at you, and the other Shio goes, So me, the great ideas that I, for some reason, have harbored inside the deep, teeny version of myself. That, when are you? What are your threats at this time? We should have started with that.
Oh, right. Threats. What are
Yeah.
our threats? I think it's all Shield's creations, if I remember reading right.
Yeah, pretty
would
much
be
everything I made attacks me.
A lot
I'm
of
bad dad.
problems.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Maybe you guys won't be bored.
You're an orphan tinker, and we did solve that problem. They put a stop to my ridicule, and I saw a new light. Perfection. No need to make many things when you only needed to make one. The Mage Hunters were successful across all planes, and they still reign supreme.
Why did we initially build those? I forget. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I love them.
Well, you hear other is, I gave both of them a subject to study. How do you clean up a mess when there's too many casters that can stop it all?
Oh, like those netheries. Yeah.
Precisely, and we solved it very well.
Yeah, that was kind of tricky. Still feel
Oh
dirty about
no, we just solved it and did not salute it. There was no. It was release and, well, hope for prune. That did not occur.
Wait, what?
it.
They all look at each other and like fake. They're like all looking at each other and like kind of not amused surprise, but like, oh my god, like we haven't felt this way in forever. You guys are showing them emotions that they have not felt in a very long time. You're talking to two Delta Liches who have been losing emotion for centuries over the two that you have with you that are, and you saw Tasari, they went dark so fast, like they were like, it took over me, like it went straight
That was
emo.
8
God,
hours later.
it was
Like, you know
so
what? I
done.
embrace the darkness.
They committed for real. They were Robin, man. They were like, I'm in it, and that was great. And that's where they eventually get. And this is like, you see the whole table just at light, like, wait, this is. You are all really us, Seg says as he looks around the table.
Yes.
And what did you say your threat was? Shio's creations.
He does love making those.
Yeah, I kind of forgot the
And what's the name
offspring.
of the last creation you think you're fighting that he created?
Oh, the Phyrexians.
He looks up at the other three. Leans back a
Feels kind
little.
of like Marmaduke. Like, you should put it down, but we just love him so much.
I love that expression. That is so bad.
You try to put me down, and I'll give you
love it.
rabies.
Marmaduke. God damn. What a delivery. Just out of nowhere. By the way, guys, I have the entire set of Calvin and Hobbes. Just saying.
wild.
And I have a replica of the Neverending Story, like the book.
Ooh.
Ever since I watched that pretty often as a kid, but whenever I was, oh, that's rad.
It's fucking sick. And then my Calvin and Hobbes collection is huge and very heavy. But
That
it's
movie
like
always
4 or
acts
5
like
volumes.
Yeah, that movie always acts like a fever dream to me.
It's so good. When I was a kid, it was my son has a full plush Atreyu.
Oh,
With the whole glittering
nice.
things. I'll have to show you guys. Like, oh, dude, this kid
Oh,
has
yeah.
everything. Dark Crystal, the works. Like, I've given him. I'm like, dude, he is
Raised him
getting
right.
this shit. He has a
I know,
he has
right?
a
Dark
Reptar. He has a
Crystal.
fucking Reptar that has a hole in it that I have to fix. That's been like 2 years in like keeping. But he has a Reptar from Red Rats. Oh, the best.
We're not showing you that new garbage, okay? This is what
No,
you should be
right?
watching.
Like, if
You ain't watching
I've
that
been
modern trash.
I've been holding off Rocco's Martin Life, but that has to be given at like a young age, or it just doesn't stick. So
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just finding the right time. So we'll get there. But yeah, no, I'll have to show you guys. See, this dude's swagged out with nostalgia. But yeah, got it all. So nonetheless, love the Marmaduke reference. Thank you so much, Web. Yeah, you guys are realizing right now that you're showing them right now for the first time amusement, almost like your gestures, but not on purpose. You're not purposefully trying to amuse your very powerful selves. You are seeing where your powerful selves are at. At one point, you already know where they got, but this is where they are at some point. Because nothing here follows the same rules, and you are understanding that really quickly. So how you play with them is going to change everything in every field. So the game of Risk just changed. The risk is real, and it starts with yourselves.
I just stare at the other me. So
It stares back.
Why are you small?
I choose to be this tiny because if I was big, Seg barks. His wingspan's bigger than mine, and I demand that he doesn't do that, even though I can outlast him in life. All the role. Is the nods. It is because the most reflected version of me is the most predominant visual, in which is reflected if I do not give effort. And unfortunately, you are the most predominant visual. Quaint.
Interesting.
We knew something was odd the moment my looks changed. Unfortunately, you would never be able to see what yourself should be while you're around.
That's all right. You got me standing next to you. You're progressing faster than any of the others.
But if you would like to have full potential unlocked knowledge, I could give you a trade before I betray you.
Oh, we should betray us. Damn it, sudden inevitable betrayal.
Well, they did just declare themselves to go off and become the Four.
I mean, they already were the Four. We knew that.
No, they're about to leave, and they want to know how to kill us.
No, they were the Four, but then they changed the word spelling and become the Four.
Yeah.
Did you get so real quick? Has anyone thought about what I did there?
Yeah, there were
What?
4 main people from the beginning, and then
No,
there
no,
are
but-
4
but-
bad guys.
Okay, so what would that make them?
The good guys.
They're our past selves, right?
Good God.
Okay, so if I was reading a book and I was telling you something from the past and I wanted to use the past self, what basic lay term could I
Foreshadow.
put? That's too big. Layman's. A layman's transitional term.
Before?
ESP.
Before? Before? I've always said before you guys. I've always told you guys that, and then all of a sudden only said for as the enemy. You never caught on that it was before you guys. It's yourselves. Anyways, so here we are.
I thought it was for someone.
You know we don't do words.
Yeah, ever. Ever.
It's a B for someone.
Yeah. So here we are. Yes.
I don't know who's getting a pet B, but
the 4 before yourselves. With that. You realize that no, you didn't become bad guys to be bad guys. You became a forceful education. You created the threats that needed to be taught, and you knew that casualties had to be real. So you didn't hold back. You showed them what you experienced and survived through your. Well, that's going to be a write-up that I'm going to have to owe you guys tomorrow when I'll deliver. But there's a lot of shit you guys went through, and you're starting to realize that if you guys literally created that whole left-hand side of what the battlefield now sees, and people are barely realizing it, then you've been at this for a very long time before you finally stopped with the parallels.
Stop with the parallels. No, that doesn't sound like it is at all. Give up.
But technically, you guys are ahead by fighting
Yeah.
yourselves. So this puts you in a unique spot, right? Because you could technically take away a weapon that is used against you now. But if you do that, then what sympathy does that put across the fields after? In case you didn't understand where I was getting at with your decisions tonight.
Yeah, we're essentially setting up our own enemy.
Yeah, you're starting difficulty. And then we'll go from there.
Well, I'm willing to be the enemy. I don't see the problem. Boredom isn't a problem in the greater scheme of things.
Oh, I know. That's why I always said Web was a chaos card. That was never an issue.
You guys, you can be part of something greater or die.
But being part of your greater is death. Because they're coming to kill us.
Are they? They seem pretty nice.
I'm gonna put your soul into a goldfish fucking tank.
They're being nice to us because they're so powerful they could crush us all like grapes with their mind.
Yeah.
Biggest says, "This is true." And he looks at Shio. Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, I'm gonna mythic inspiration that. I do not want to get crushed by Iz. Which is damage. It's better!
He kind of mutters, "All those times you stomped me." You take 82 points of immediate psychic damage.
Fair
Do you have any resistance?
I do have resistance to psychic damage.
Even less.
82 points of emotional damage.
And that's how emotionless they are. It could have been so much more damage.
You're
Yeah,
not looking
guys.
great, bud.
That was not comfortable. I knew you had a thing for gravity magic, Iz.
Oh, yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Seth goes, "So, look, buddy. I know you're dying to know. Come here. Seth, let's go to Secret."
So many secrets.
I'm glad I had psychic resistance.
Yeah, that would have
Oh, yeah.
sucked.
Only 41 points instead of 82.
Only.
You know what we could have told him is that, oh man, we could have had him like try to commit suicide or something to solve the issue right then and there. Yeah, you just gotta kill yourselves. Totally fix the problem.
It's not
You
too
never-
late for that. But after he just psychic damaged her, I'm not resistant.
Oh no, I'd go down one hit.
I was
You
just saying what
say
they
it.
could do. That was a
You say
warning.
it.
They definitely were just warning us, though.
It's a hefty warning.
Is knew this day would come. He just hoped he wouldn't be here for
You just hoped you would have been the big one.
it. Yeah. Damn it! Next time around, I'll be the big one.
Is the same size, but he's wearing a suit again.
Class, man. Gotta have class. This is didn't have class.
I like clothes now.
It's only what I'm with other me. Classy is version.
Keeps changing clothes.
Every cycle I wear something different.
Now I'm a football player dragon.
And you guys thought it was just me that was evil. Turns out we're all evil.
Well, that's what eternity does to a person, even a
Yeah.
god.
That's a weird thing to call justice.
Which is weird because I forget stuff all the time.
Well, I think that's kind of the point, is that we have to cast the forget curse on them here.
Can you do that? Can I do that? I don't know.
We theorized that we cast it on the 4 after they sealed loot away, and then it bounced off of us.
The old us.
Yeah, the big ones, and hit us, but technically if we just cast it on ourselves, I don't know if they'd reflect it back on us.
Possibly. I mean, I do love mage hunters, so that makes sense.
Okay, I might have a way of protecting us from the ricochet memory wipe,
Oh.
but so like if it comes down to that, we might want to do that.
What's your idea?
I will use my essentially free wish that I have from being a level 20 godling, and essentially say no to the memory wipe.
Ah.
The
That makes
problem isn't that I can or can't remember, it's that nothing they say will surprise me at this point.
Oh yeah, we're super desensitized.
Like, you guys killed everybody, destroyed the world.
That's not
Someone
the
had
first
to do it.
Wait, was that the first or the 15th time? I forget.
How many realities are we down?
Might be the same reality, we just reset it. Apparently we've been doing
Get
this
me
for a
one.
long time.
Yeah, I need to get me one of them buttons. It's not a reset button. It's a button. I don't know if you remember. You just push it and it goes, that was easy.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I'm kind of curious what secrets there are going on.
Nothing good. I can promise that.
Oh, definitely not.
Be wary of any plans he comes back with.
So, Shio, before we leave, we have to ask what you're the god of.
Yeah, I agree. Find out that little tidbit.
So you guys all get yeeted.
Wait,
Back to your
one
ship.
last question.
Wait. Yeah, I want to hear what he says.
That's it. We have to know what the hell's the shield the god of.
They all look at Shio. Shio looks at himself. What do you think you're the god of?
I've
Yeah,
kind of
Shia.
narrowed it down to the god of potential or the god of infinite potential.
Do you want to know and share with the world, or do you want to know and only you truly know until you do?
God of ab oil.
I don't want Web to know because he's gonna do something.
He will make so much money.
Look at these abs. These abs are amazing.
Do you want to have a private conversation?
Sure, yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. All right, Seg. Because Shio is choosing to have his own mindfuck, you can share with the other two, and Shio just misses out. You can fill him in later. All right.
Sorry, I had to ask the important questions.
So basically, we're in like a time loop situation where we keep just becoming the four and then killing ourselves, and then the ones who defeat the four become the four. Loot is hiding some, not hiding, but like Loot will create some even worse evil that they're keeping themselves as the most evil things so that this evil doesn't happen.
Correct.
Oh. Did you break up or did I?
I think that was him.
No.
Correct.
Oh, that was almost understandable.
Can
He
you hear me?
said I'm back, but there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got up to feed the cats real quick. Sorry.
Meow.
Oh, but yeah, no, that's more or less what Big Seg just told me.
Yeah, that's what I'm already figured that we're talking to time loop.
Oh, he did also mention that in order to get level 20 cleric, I would have to kill a god for AZEREP, and that Shio has to witness it.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
He's
we
not
can
gonna
do
like that. He's not gonna like that, but okay.
Yeah, that's what Big Seg said. He said
How
that
many
he'd try to
gods you don't
stop
like?
me.
Go kill like a god of being an asshole, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, who's gonna be upset if you kill Robocug or something? You know, no one.
Well, and it's not like it matters that much anyway. I mean, AZEREP is going to kill all the other gods anyhow.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's your god now?
You know, you could always kill that guy, and that would count.
Ooh, that'd be fun. We
Yeah.
should do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, this Big Seg was whining and mooning about being beholden to him, so I think I'd rather just kill him.
Yeah, no masters.
Yeah, that he didn't keep up his end of his deal. You know,
That's on him, really.
it's his own fault.
Yeah, I'd say. God, you are the perfect little enabler.
Hmm.
I would guard you with my life.
The friendliest little quarter drug dealer. Hey man, you want some more enabling?
Did Seg die on you guys?
Mm-mm.
Seg testing 1 2. Seg testing 1 2.
No, I'm here. I'm just eating.
So where the fuck is Shio?
Oh, you were breaking up for him, so he decided he was going to leave and come back in and see if that helped.
Yeah, I
He
can't hear
said,
him. I'm gonna
"Fuck
go
you."
back, but I can't tell him that I can't hear. Let's see. I'm gonna go back. Let's see.
I
He's like, I can't hear you, so he just left.
I fucked this shit. I'm out.
It looks like
honestly don't know how we stumbled into this.
it's like a
There was no warning of like Leviathan class entities in the area.
Just
Yeah.
a random planet. Random planet. Just
I thought we
like,
were landing
"Alright."
on a planet, but you found like their dinner table somehow.
You like the name. This is your fault, as always.
Do you think it'd be different on the other planet? I don't know. Like we knew kind of what it was, but I didn't think it was going to be. This is skeptical though.
This will work out fine. They just did 42 damage to fucking Chio. This will be okay.
Gonna backhand you. So, if you become a 20th cleric, would you be ascending to godhood too?
I think maybe. I don't know. My rules with that are kind of tricky because I'm not like a special class or anything in relation to that. I just have some cosmium.
Hmm.
I think I need one more cosmium to not really become a god, but be on the level of a god,
Yeah.
just power wise.
I see.
And I'll rip it out of whatever god I kill. So
There's someone in here named Dragon's Pawn. How have I never noticed that?
they're one of your. They're just one of your people, you know, one of your fixers.
I'm guessing. I do love how those. You remember the kobolds we were talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Really avoid.
Yeah. Apparently, each one of those like a small fragment of his. Like that's awesome. And they are just as crazy as you think they are.
That's very concerning. Let's go
Mhm.
find some.
This
We
one's
need
like
to.
a dragon person. This is a non-dragon dragon. Let's go get it. Nothing but a freak.
Yeah, the one I met last night, one just goes round wanting to stab things. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Surely there is a universe where you can stab all of your problems away.
What does it want? I think it just wants to stab us.
I mean, yeah, it would work most of the time. Problem, stab it. Problem gone. Mission accomplished. I do love how there's a version of me with more war crimes, though.
Imagine writing the book on war crimes and you're not even the top earner. And
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not even a full powered is. He's he just loves war
He's
crimes.
not even a real dragon. You can't tie this to us.
Boo. Everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw. Everybody. Wisdom saving throw. Everybody.
What have you
Wisdom
done?
I
I
asked
did
the
nothing.
important question. Something just gotta be known.
Damn, you guys are like mediocre, hot, not hot. I mean, when you have 5 plus 6 plus 1 and you roll an 18, there is a problem in math.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. When you have a 2 plus a 6 and you roll an 18, there's a problem in your rolls.
We know. Stop rubbing
You're
it
right.
in.
I'm clicking, Jesus
You
Christ.
trying to hurt that feeling?
I'm clicking the results. I'm like, I want to see the math. Okay, the math is fucked up. Jesus said, give a 5 plus 6 plus 1 with a 7 for a 19. Like, God damn. Like, I want when we become big enough for 1,000 people to see what you guys have done, I want everyone to know that you roll better than anyone I've ever had in my groups. Congratulations.
You would think with all the bonuses.
Like, Jesus. You know? The sub 20s are insane. So, yeah. We're just going to go ahead and roll this. Oof. If you guys were on a teeter-totter, how would you arrange it?
I guess we are in a kind of teeter-totter formation.
Okay, but that's not what I asked you.
I mean, probably kind of how it is. Living things on one side, dead things on the other side.
So you agree on this current arrangement?
I think I'd be closer to Seg.
You know what's crazy is the DM's either just good or you guys are just baited. But the table's arranged for it. He created new seating. And yourselves join you. I need each of you guys to roll me an insight check.
What? Oh no!
Oh my fucking god. To be fair, he did just kind of blow my mind. She has a lot to think on.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. What just blew Shio's mind is this, and this is what Shio will understand immediately, and the rest is meta to the rest of you in the concept overhead. Meta starts now. These tables have shifted in a dynamic that has always been consulted, has always been considered, and has always been known, but has never been the way. How will this change the threat in which you face? It is still united. But now imagine what the two forces can create and then combined when you face them together. They do not think as separated as they once did. They have been unionized. And meta. With that, there's a mutual lining. There's a part in the ocean that is dark and then light because the sea breaks like oil and water. They do not ever mix. And that is what you are seeing here right now. Today. The four shift into a perfect union. A solid foundation. There is no I can, you can, we could, we should. There is a we are. And that strength has bolstered each of you. At the end of the session, before next week, you each gain an epic boon of your choosing, based off of anything you find on D&D Beyond. That's, if it's homebrew, you have to run it past me. But anything else that's book written, you can accept as is. Everyone understand that? Secondly, each of you get to choose one stat to boost by 2 points. You don't have to make the decision immediately, but you have to just state it in our group chat so everyone understands and knows as a disclaimer, and then do it on D&D Beyond and or Foundry if you want to continue tracking it there. I don't know where you want to do your things beyond this level. I don't know how it works best. So just post it in Discord. You don't have to do it immediately, but you guys also get +2 to one of your stats. Furthermore, Seg, I missed, obviously, what you did or didn't share. Can you give me a quick recap?
Yes. We're stuck in a time loop of constantly killing ourselves over and over again. He's got an even bigger seg coming after his ass. I told them briefly about what he said about what I would need to do to get my level 20. And that we do this so that we may stay the biggest fish, so that Loot's bigger fish never comes to pass.
Beautiful. Shio, God, that just hit you for another mind blow. What do you do? Just give it to me like raw. Don't talk about them. Just process it to me in case I need to correct you. Shio, you're in the hot seat. Everyone's watching you. Blush.
What do you mean Loot has a bigger fish?
Yeah.
Yep, just yeah. That's as far as he got to.
Oh god, the implications of a creator deity having a creator deity coming after its ass is...
Oh, no.
Rising.
No. We're stuck in a time loop of becoming the greatest evil in the battlefields so that Loot's dream of a bigger evil never comes to pass, because that dream would be unavoidable and everything would end permanently.
Wait, so is that like to note? Did anyone hear about recruitment?
Oh yeah, and that recruitment is coming soon. He did say recruitment was coming soon. We're gonna get cool people.
Nice. Though it does kind of ruin my whole shtick I was going for. If, like, the entire point to be evil, then to break the cycle, I can't be evil.
Well,
I don't
their
know.
being evil is we have to be the good guys and slay them because they're the evil people. They've developed into evil.
Didn't that just complete the cycle, Shia?
Yeah, that would complete this. That's what they want. They're evil, we're not, so we have to not be evil to break the cycle.
Yes,
we
and that
think
was my
you're
whole thing.
evil.
I
Oh
spent
god,
all
we have
this
to
time being evil. And
we
now
need
I
to go
can't
to
be-
rehab.
You need a really good therapist.
I'm gonna have to talk to my pen pal about this. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to change my name.
And
Is-
you've learned what you need to do, Seg, for your...
Oh yeah, that's the fun part. I'm gonna have to kill a god and make you watch.
Yeah, she is aware.
Great delivery.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I don't either. Izz and I were talking about it, and I was thinking maybe if the opportunity presents itself, we do a double cross and we just kill AZEREP as the god I have to kill.
I'll tell you what the big me told me. He is something everyone chooses to ignore. While he doesn't kill all the gods immediately and constantly, he just kills them whenever he feels like it, and no one looks at him because he's just grown too strong. It,
Just like most gods with mortals.
if I were to approach it, we would cancel each other out and kill each other. But beyond that, no one else can really fuck with him. It's kind of like his immortality depends on me choosing to live.
He plays the weight of the conscience of another, and he knows it because his promise was that he wouldn't kill Shio. He could, and that's what he means. He could kill Shio. Shio would also be canceled out. He could win, but that was the deal. He promised you, and he will keep it. But Shio also understands that the other gods in the world are now victim at random.
Yep, they'll randomly just be murdered.
Oh, well, guess we'll just have to randomly murder another one then.
Oh no.
So many notes.
I know I've been taking notes, and they're just so scattered.
At the end of the session, if you guys are curious, remind me to give you guys an insight on that point that I could share with you if someone gave a very good layout of understanding the terminology of how things are broken down in the campaign. Otherwise, you all find yourselves presented in a conundrum of information, as each of you have been bleeded into things independently, except one. Our dear friend Webb. Webb, where do you find yourself at this current situation? In the stance of everything, you are the one to be the 12th man of a scenario that doesn't have that many people.
I'm totally cool with these choices. I don't think that I'm bored. I think they're bored.
Which rests my case. The rest of you have already seen and laid paths for what will come. If there is nothing more in which you all call and yell wait to, you will be yeeted off to your ship to live until you face yourselves one final time.
Fight ourselves.
I don't think we'll be able to convince ourselves not to fight ourselves in the future.
Well, we'll have to defeat ourselves either way, because otherwise they won't go away. But we need
I
to
think
not...
I might help us. I think I might help us. I think I'm a pretty cool guy.
What I think we need to do is I think we need to make different choices. They've told us the things that have led to them, and if we avoid them, we might be able to avoid becoming the four in the end. I think that should be our goal, is learning as much from them as we can so we can make different choices and not live an eternal cycle of killing ourselves.
Yeah, that does seem pretty lame to be an eternal cycle killing ourselves.
And now we have to,
The one.
and now we have
The
to
one.
reconsider releasing loot, because if loot's going to dream the end, we'll have to deal with that. So
The
it's
one kind of has a ring to it.
Everything ends anyway, so...
yeah, but we at least need to figure out how to survive the end.
So technically, what is saying that is you would know this. This is meta, but would be able to share this with everybody immediately if he chose to. Otherwise, if he says no, so basically is after I share what I share, you say yes or no. If you say yes, everyone hears what I shared. If you say no, only you know this. When you say everything ends anyway, meta begins. In my homebrew setting, there are eras. That is how I handle parallels, because there's so many of them. But eras is where I run through it, and there are some very strict eras. The ending era of the entirety of my setting is Ender. That is where an individual named Eric, who is a Time Knight, the very, very pristine agent of them all, who was created by Tempos' son Wulfric to solve the problem of their extinction, in which was maybe not caused by you guys, to a past. Well, you guys first began your first parallel. The moment you guys started a time fracture, Eric was born in Hollow. in my setting, a real player, and he ran around chasing after items that Shio has been collecting. He is missing a specific item that is held by a Hollow member who is not dead and is currently a ran NPC in the world of Adia.
Oh, Iz will
Otherwise-
definitely share everything with this because he has no secrets.
Understood? Otherwise,
Well, secrets out of your members anyway.
you understand all that such and such then, everybody. Immediately as such, so. With it, is there any clarities or any further leans I will allow you to gleam over if you choose to, with proper wording?
Do we have to be the guys who are not only the bad guys, but the enders of time? Man, I just feel like we're trapped in the asshole loop.
So what I'm thinking is that we have Loot do the Ender Dream, and then we make a deal with the Time Knight that I ascend and fix what needs to be fixed to start a new era, kind of.
Oof.
The era of the Ender. So like
Man.
everything ends, and then I restart it.
Is that just a larger cycle then?
I mean, it's better than and nothing ever existing again.
Have
No.
you ever met the community player JP in a game, Shio?
I think we played against his character, and he played with us once.
Who was he? Do you recall?
Wasn't he Jaunty Jones?
No, John T. Jones would not have been him.
No, JP.
Yeah, I mean, his actual character in game is Eric. For Hollow, it's Eric, and for anything else, you guys probably wouldn't have met him yet because he's a different character now.
Was that in the Bernie campaign?
Nope, this is the Rolly campaign, the Goblin DJ.
Oh, then I don't think. I think we've heard a lot about him, but we just haven't
Okay.
met him.
Got it. So that's the Time Knight you're referring. And
Yeah, I need to make a deal with him, otherwise he's
He's,
gonna murder me.
here's what I'm going to tell you. You should listen to any session of the Hollow while they're in town and just listen to his character profile and let me know how you think the negotiation will go.
Okay,
That's
I might
your
need
other side homework. He's a fun character. He just has a very specific feel. So I'm going to give you that as an advantage. I will let you. I'll go through and find a couple good sessions that I feel like you should listen to who he is. As homework, because I will have him come in to be the negotiator and he will play himself to a T. So I want you to have as much preparedness as possible because this guy can straight fucking Bugs Bunny no meme you in a heartbeat if you give the slightest of doubt. So
Okay.
it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
And you said Hollow in
He has
town?
taken his job very seriously. So I will not steal that thunder. Otherwise, you guys have set a tone that is shifting. And this is your opportunity to do that. Is there any further clarities you immediately need leaned in on? I feel like I want to give each of you an opportunity, and everyone's being shy. You guys have been with me from the beginning. You guys were level ones, and I flipped you around just for fun. I said, I have a safety net. You can't die here. Oh yeah, after you knock down twice, you're fucking dead, bitch. I was like, there's a limit. There's a lot of students on campus. Like, don't think I forgot my excuses, okay? I built this fucking shit. I know what I put you through. And I think about it, it's always such like a crazy memory game, years and years of all this crazy shit. What do you like? You haven't learned the lesson of just saying, give it to me, DM. What do I need to know? Just lean in. This is your opportunity. You guys have the power. You guys are sitting amongst the strongest versions of yourself in this moment. And they're telling you that there's bigger fish of yourselves out there and other things. What do you want to guarantee now? Because if it's said, it's canon. If it's not, I can fucking twist that shit like a burrito.
I think they're kind of caught up on all our threats.
I just want to make it clear.
I have a question for me.
Okay.
You said you look like all of us, but you don't. Why is that? You only look like Good is.
That's because we did a very good campaign in the end. I might have popped up and threatened the rest of us, and we all said, well, if there had to be only one of you, they chose me.
Oh.
The rest of them all look at you. Don't think we don't see you.
Yeah.
Hey, so this
I
is the
look-
good one?
Well, yeah. You can't tell?
It doesn't get better.
I mean, it makes sense. You are the nicest Is we've ever met, and all of the other Ises don't seem to be very nice to us.
What? No, that's a... I look
You
at him just like
immediately hear Big Web spat at Big Shio. I told you were a dumbass. And Web just just stays quiet, sits back.
He said it.
I thought you had like True Sight or something.
What?
No? Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
do.
Shio is just mind fucked. She'll give me a wisdom saving throw. Things are just
No wonder
blow
why he
their
worries
mind.
about you guys all the time. Ah,
Oh my
No, I
god,
see
Shio,
nothing.
you fetal, paralyzed, you just break. You Oof. Yeah, you're gonna have a problem in the future and it's not gonna be fun.
what? Now
There's-
you're gonna cry? What?
Now you're gonna cry.
I have been very kind. I don't even know.
I don't know. You do say you want to make tons of mage hunters and unleash them upon the world constantly. That doesn't sound very nice.
It's what we did,
Oh.
Seg says.
That does sound like something I would do, but not. I haven't built them.
But you will.
Web goes, we
No,
didn't
I
have to.
won't. It's always the nice ones that do that.
Yeah, they both say in the direction of Shio.
But anyway, look at him. He's green. I mean, it's not copper. It's not gold. He chose green. So
You
disappointed.
chose green.
No, I.
You are green. Yeah, what?
I'm just going to flat pan look at him. You know, how is it you are the ones that are becoming them?
I'll make it simple to you. In a way that the Secretariat miscommunicated our calculations in the end. In which if I had realized sooner, we would never have landed here. When you trust another person with your paperwork, and a note that only you can understand, and you knew that they would hopefully, potentially, with a glimpse of chance, grasp your way of thinking, and they never did, and you never cared to check at the end, the calculations were wrong.
That's fine. I'll tell Good is that.
No knows what to do.
Yes, he does.
He holds the truth, and we have kept it from you.
He's just gonna look down at his book. I do gotta get going, guys. Good is will be back here pretty soon, though.
As with time, he will be extinguished. How would you depart, knowing that your expirational period is still immune at this point? How would you flare out, knowing that they could not harm you?
Oh, I'll just turn into Evil is his true form, and then open a gate.
Okay, go ahead and describe that to this party.
Just like a small black dragon.
Beautiful. As you see leaves immediately turn into a welting fetal like disparity, as if all of the moisture just bleeds and pulls from them but goes nowhere. In fact, it darkens and burdens and weighs heavier until it is completely slick, black. Alas, this oil almost fluid like and
Now you tell him I was nice and not a dick.
and this is a key moment. I need the other three of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, that's just not right.
Seg rolling in with the nat 20.
Web, your jaw just. Damn, I hung out with the most evilists and I didn't even get a chance to hang out with them. Fuck. Aw moment. So fucking metal.
One day. One day.
So metal. Like you saw him for a moment, you're like, that's what I've always wanted from him. That right there. That's the one. And it got away.
You can always have them right. I mean,
Shio and
One day you'll be like that. It's not too late.
you both realize this entire session has been infiltrated by an evil is. He now knows all of your plans and all of your knowledge and all of your share, and Good is does not. Next session, Good is will return, and he will not know anything that happened today.
he asked me to fill in. I was helping a bro out.
Good luck.
I was wondering why he was referring to us weirdly.
Oh, now you ask. Me and Iz were like, once they say anything, it's cooked, and no one said a thing. And we knew you guys were fishing, but no one said a thing.
Look, there's a
one
lot of
said
other
thing.
weird stuff going on. We got to focus on other than is changing his
feel like
verbiage.
I feel like if there was a raise of hands, Shio got the most blindsided on everything.
Everyone else was side eyeing me though, and I was like, "Really? You're not gonna call me out?" Oh.
It's crazy. Like I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and hold the session there. I am off tomorrow. I will absolutely deliver a comprehensive notes and a couple of other things. Is gets a whole handout. I'm gonna combine all of the things that Shio shares. Shio, if you have any notes you want to combine for tomorrow, you can drop them on me. I'm gonna post for sure by noon. If you have the time, if you don't, I'm gonna post and then give it to me, and I'll add them to the next one. And then Web, I'm gonna give you some information. Seg, you're gonna get a lot of information, depending how you handle it. There's a lot of information you guys all got, and I feel like you guys all delivered it properly to each other in a way that totally makes sense. So, congratulations on understanding your information properly so far. How's it feel to be so far that you have to face the baddest things out there, and the baddest things are your fucking selves, and they're badder than you?
For now.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'll defeat them. It's already written.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just
still
have to be
beef. I
better
don't think
then.
either of us has to die.
You're right. All the webs just keep multiplying.
The web
So
apocalypse.
many.
I was thinking like the little weapon would run up to the big weapon and just meld into it.
Right, like I hug him, I punch him, I uppercut him in the chin. I ask, "Why is his goatee so big?" Why is this one big? Like, I imagine you being the annoying ass kid in Home Alone in the first film, like bugging everyone, being counted as the kid who gets left behind. But anyways,
I'm not gonna lie, I was considering cutting my tail off to be like, all right, prove it that you're me.
Dang, it would have been
Iteration.
it would have been interesting. It would have been interesting. That would have been great. Next time. But we'll wrap it up there, and we'll go into other discussion things. Yeah,
And
I am going. Go ahead.
I'll have to hit you up. I do have an idea I want to run past you tomorrow.
Beautiful. Yeah, about your horizon. I do want to hear it.
Yeah.
I have the notes about everything we all discussed. I'm going to go ahead and repitch it after I get Iz's, and I'm going to compile it so everyone understands what's going on. And then we'll break it down on what we're going to be looking at. I want to make this more in depth for you guys. You guys have been playing this for so long. You guys are super high level. There has to be more than just rolling these dice and looking at the next spell you're using. So I want to try to develop that for you. And doing it requires us all to be in it, you know? So everyone who joins us either does or doesn't accept it. And that's going to be the thing, is that everyone who joins us, I'm going to make it very clear to them, hey, it's brrrah. And if they're like, yeah, I'll try, then they'll try. And if they back, they back. At the end of the day, it's their problem. But I'm going to be very heavy, you know, boom. I'm going to make like a little thing and all that jazz. And look at this. Can't handle that weight. And it's going to be fun. Some people like that shit, you know, and you guys obviously do. You're still here. So we'll just develop what we develop and keep going till we, you know, till you guys say, hey, boop, whatever you want to do. You know, you guys control the vehicle. I am just helping fuel it. So we'll keep going.
Where would you guys stop? You're already the most powerful things in reality. No, we must be stronger.
There is
Something's
something
gonna
beyond
challenge you.
reality to reach for.
On that note, thank you. On accidentally, so Shio, in the sense of recruitment, that what I want to share with each of you guys. Any But I'm gonna put out for you guys like a little scheduler system. It's gonna be like a little application that you guys kind of like fill in. Hey, I'm totally available to play at these times, and I'm gonna put what times I'm looking for, and you guys can say yes, yes, no, no, kind of thing. And the reason why is because I'm gonna start popping you guys in a lot more to other sessions. I think each of you have at one point been in another session, right?
I think all but one, because I think Gaston was the only one who went to the one
Yeah,
that
no,
we haven't
yeah,
been.
no, yeah. Despite that, but I mean, like you guys, you four, like have been in.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
you guys have experienced it at one point or another. So
Think
it's gonna
two,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah. So ideally, I want it to happen a lot more if you guys are available. And obviously, it's no extra cost. It's just you guys popping in, playing your parts, doing what you're doing because things are happening. And I play a living world. That's how it's always been. And now I'm at 5 campaigns, and things are just always constantly hyping up. And why stop now? When I have players like you guys, if you guys want to play more and you guys are available, you guys have committed so much, why not come in, pop in? You guys like it's always fun for smaller, weaker players to see level 20 players pop in, and I put a threat that is somehow balanced for a level 7 or level 20s to interact with, and everyone's like, "Fuck, that's what I want to be at." And it's like, "Well, commit," and no one does. But it's always fun to see like them see what is there because it's very different to see players like yourselves playing these very heavy, multi-detailed characters and have a strategy and understanding of them.
Using no spells, just fucking mechanics.
And like almost every session there's like a different version of you guys. Like it's never, I mean, there's like the Aldrich Blast consistency, but otherwise it's not like super similar every combat. And I mean, yeah, a lot of it is because I give you guys purposefully different obstacles, but you also aren't like this is set and proven. You guys are like, no, let's try something new every time, and it's fun. So with that, I want to make it very clear that I want to mingle you guys into everything else as you guys are building this campaign area because you guys are that far ahead. And that was never originally planned, but that's the beauty of D&D, right?
We're gonna have
So
to be the
here we are.
retired tavern owners. Someone's gonna
Yeah.
come in thinking they're hot shit, and we're just gonna have to be like, "Nah, bro, let me teach you what's what."
We're gonna
Yeah,
take
we're
their
still
battle
way
axe to the
out
face
there.
and then grab their throat and throw them across the bar.
But
Tempos? I haven't heard that name in years.
Eldritch Blast? That's not an Eldritch Blast. This is obliterates half the bar.
Oh, dude, we could have the liches buried under the floorboards, and when someone breaks like a house rule in the bar, they just come out of the ground and grab them. Oh, it'd be great.
Oh, your soul is forfeit. Sucks to suck.
Another
Yeah,
one.
you broke the house rule. You can't do it.
The house always wins,
Okay, we need a casino then. Anyone who's cheating loses their soul.
Oh,
I
that
made a
would be
casino map.
amazing.
I made a casino map for an official campaign module written on DM's Guild for a turtle
You
cruise
could
thing.
always gamble your
So
soul.
there's always a way, yeah, absolutely. But
Do
we
you wanna
will
go
continue there.
all in.
With that, I am constantly going to be continuing